I am out of orange juice. I am so unhappy about that. I can get some nice tall glass of orange juice and... Oh, hey, I don't have any orange juice. Finished it earlier today. Alright, we're alive. Shout out to the Book of Faces. Tweet out to the Wanzon. The Happy Horseshite. Alright, we're shared.
The Venmo.
Luis, Greg, how's it going? Now Bradley. Terrible Bradley. It's not a kids match or a Texas death match. If we're lucky, it's a death match. I don't think we'll get that lucky, unfortunately. If only, though, right? Take a sip. It's like, I have no orange juice, but I need something to drink. Guess I'll settle for some strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. Delicious. Let's say after streaming Remnant 2 all day, it'd be nice to be able to kick back, relax, and do nothing. Sonny! Ethan! Get the table! Actually, no, I like Lewis's better. Let's do that. I was about to pin Ethan, get the table, but I like Buried Alive match. Buried Alive is better. Bring him alive while we can, right? There you go. You have a light and a webcam down there, and you can live stream as they panic. So Ichigo. Oh, Ichigo. Speaking of Bleach. That song is now stuck in my head. It is very catchy. Yes, it's catchy. Yes, it is catchy. Yes, it is. Na, 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 na. And it's all you guys' fault. How dare you let such a catchy song get stuck in my head? I'll say, I'm expecting him to be late because on a stream like this, it's always, guys, there's technical issues. There are like technical issues every week. No matter what it is, there's always a technical issue every single week. Yes, guys, you don't understand. Why did I drop from 480? Or down to 480, I mean. It's supposed to be at 720. I say, YouTube, why do you act like that? Alright, well, let's get you for song. I don't know, I mean, if Ethan Ralph keels over dead from doing too many drugs live on stream, now that would be trolling. Guys, YouTube took my video down just because the guy died on my video, guys. How am I supposed to make money off my live stream if YouTube won't let me put the video up? It's a small world after all. I cannot believe you put that in my head. How dare you? So how? Ooh, there's a good. He's supposed to start at 45. It's currently 36. How late will the stream be? Late will DSP be? On time. 15 min. 30 plus. Where the fuck's the plus symbol on here? Right there. Not sure how often I use. And start poll. Yes, that's definitely going to be an issue. Guys, I'm not streaming tomorrow or Saturday, so we really need to hit those goals. We really do. We need to hit those goals to pay my bills. God, he's going to be desperate. Well, he's got to say that because he has a lot of pieces of shit in his audience. I don't care what Derek does when he's on stream. He's always been a good person on my stream. Come on. Let's see how late we go. We'll go really late. Guess we'll just have to wait. And after all the guys, I think PPP wanted me because he would message me and be friendly with me. Is DSP going to consider this a date? Ethan Ralph, if you want, can you come over to my stream? It'd be really nice if you could come over and spend some time with me. Maybe we can cuddle after, since I never cuddled with my wife because she wants something to do with me. That's why I gotta go to divorce court tomorrow, guys. It's really bad. I didn't want to go, but she's making me, guys. Oh, that's gonna be a great question. Because you know DSP is gonna freak out every time Ethan does. Ethan, you can't be saying that on my stream. Ethan, stop doing that. Ethan, what's wrong with you? Oh, there's so many things wrong with him. Can't fucking wait. It's gonna be great, BPA. Jesse Green, how's it going? He's busy eating a snack pizza. Oh, I finished last. Not only am I out of orange juice, I finished the rest of my leftovers today. Like, fuck. I mean, I got plenty of food in my fridge and freezer, so I'm not worried about that, but my leftovers, my pasta with queso cheese. If you've never done it, try it. 2 pounds of pasta with 2 pounds of the not Velveeta cheese, but I was like off-brand version, but it's queso instead of cheddar. So fattening. But I got 6 bowls out of it. 4 pounds of food, 6 bowls. Oh, hell yeah. No cooking for a while. Oh, you know the split's got to be 50-50 or Ethan Ruff wouldn't be showing up. Do the Kino fans of collab will last less than 10 minutes? I mean, isn't that about how long RTU lasted? Robert Tarlow. $4.99. Holla holla for the dollar. I wonder why Phil can't fix things. And that gin killed his brain cells. You know it, Robert. You know it. Are you already on the list? You might be. Or of course, it could also be Robert Carmichael. Could be a different Robert on here. No, we'll go with Tarlow. Holla 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 for the dollar. Now, guys, we're only at $5. If you guys are really enjoying the stream, we need to pump those numbers up, guys. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not DSP. The only thing I need, and yes, this is a need. No, not more cowbell. But for those thumbs up. Remember, if you don't hit the thumbs up, the terrorists win. I just not realized. Oh, I had mine. Da-da-da. Where are you, face rig? There I is. Because I wasn't originally planning on doing this, then it's like, eh, let's do it. Hello, Robert Tarlow, me versus DSP, who would win? I would say unless you're in a wheelchair, but even then you could probably still beat him up. You run into him, he falls over, he won't be able to get back up. Can't help, I've fallen over and I can't get up. Can't help. Luis. Yeah. Although we actually have seen him get off the floor when he tried to do a push-up and he did more of a floor thrust. That was weird. Like he just went down with his hips like he was banging the floor. Oh, I expect it to be an absolute shit show, Alan Ranch. I've tried watching Bleach, I just could not get into it, and I don't know why. Kick chat's getting ready. Good point, Robert. He won't even show up. Nah, DSP is probably only 250 pounds. Like, guys, I'm under 200. Bullshit. Unless every single ounce of muscle in your body turned to fat, and even then, I don't think he'd be under 200. The shit show has not yet started. We're waiting. We're so close. Now remember, it's supposed to start at 45. It's currently 43. We are 2 minutes away from it supposed to be starting. And it's currently got 167 people waiting. Episode 29. I said there's, what, a couple hundred episodes? Actually, that's a good thing to look up. How many episodes of Bleach? 366. Holy shit. Alright, I was way off. One Piece. I've tried watching this. Oh, no, you gotta start at this arc. No, you gotta start at that arc. No, you gotta start on this episode. I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried, and I just can't do it. Well, if he decides to visit his mom before she passes away, hopefully soon he'll be on the East Coast, but who knows. Oh, it's currently 1844. He's supposed to start at 1845. We got a minute to go. See if he starts on time. And guys, don't forget, for every thumbs up we get, another terrorist loses. The only way to stop terrorism in America, remember having it against hit 50. Easily amused. £190 with lean muscle and Phil wouldn't last long. Of course not. Mom could say fever guy. My mom's on her deathbed. I need to see her before she dies any minute. Remember, what was it, 5 years ago when he was supposed to go out there to visit her one last time before she dies? And it's been 5 years later. Guys, it's Save the Pig, the video game! In a fight, right, Greg of the Lake? In a fight? It'll be funny when she outlives him. Her and her husband are like, what the fuck do we do with all this shit? Isn't Cass supposed to be taking all this? Well, they just divorced like a week earlier. Wait, they got divorced? Why didn't you tell us? He didn't want him to be humiliated and let everyone know that he got divorced, guys. I so hope Melissa gets it all. Please let Melissa get everything. Alright, guys. We're working on it. We're currently at 22 likes. Can we get to 50 before DSP starts? If we get to 50 before DSP starts, guys, the terrorists will definitely lose. Smark, guys. I mean, it's better than what we got up right now, but it's not great. Really just rip over the SmackDown. Hi, Vonda. Save image. I can. Alright. Smarky. My stream, I can do whatever I want. Whatever. I do what I want. Smart guys. That's the current logo. What do you guys think? I mean, it's okay. I wonder who made it for him, though. Little Space Kitty in the logo. Easily amused. A suntan dude that would require going outside. He'd probably burn. What, back in the early days of SmackDown when it first started? I can't remember that song. I hate that Peacock lost all the WWE stuff. They only have some of it now. Very annoying. Because I was rewatching WWE from like 1997. Right after, who won it? It was like Stone Cold Steve Austin won the Royal Rumble. And then he didn't win the title. Someone else did. And then... Oh, Bret Hart, duh. Bret Hart had the title. And then Monday Night Raw, Bret Hart versus whoever, Steve comes down, interferes with a chair. The other guy wins the title, and it was just... Oh, starting from there. And so you get, the rookie, Rocky Maivia. Jerry the King Lawler fighting with ECW all the time. Like, calling them live on air and yelling at them. You had the Amazonian woman. Who is it? This strange woman keeps showing up and attacking. It was China. Like, I was starting from there, and I was about 3 months in, watching Monday night, pay-per-views, whatever, and then went over to Netflix. It's like, well, fuck. Puerto Rican heat would kill him. It was just so interesting to be able to go back in the past and watch those matches and stuff. Be like, oh, Goldust just lost the title to Hunter Hearst Helmsley. It's like, holy shit, it's before Triple H was Triple H. And Goldust was not a gimmick, but an actual wrestler. And the Headbangers. Who here remembers the Headbangers? Mosh and Thrash. Like, it was great being able to watch this old content. And then Netflix got in and was like, oh, it kind of sucks. He'd melt faster than ice cream. A measles outbreak? Holy shit. Yeah, I was all in back then. That's why it was great to be able to go back and, like, see, the rookie, Rocky Maivia. See the New Age, not New Age, I was Nation of Domination. See Hunter Hearst Helmsley. See Bret Hart, on a regular basis. D-Bucks. Oh, someone bought a season ticket. Their season ticket number was $3.96. They go to their seat. There's $3.95, $3.97, $3.98. There was no $3.96. Their seat does not exist. It's like, wow, way to build a nice new stadium, guys. Except you forgot a fucking seat. He'd never go to Puerto Rico, dude. Guys, I don't have a passport. I know that Puerto Rico is American, but he wouldn't. Guys, I don't have a real ID. I don't have a passport. How am I supposed to leave the country? DSP, it's not leaving the country. What the fuck is wrong with you? So when they lose power in Puerto Rico, they lose power for a while. Is he even in his chat? Yeah, holy shit, we're already 7 minutes in. 7 minutes late, guys. So obviously anyone who voted for on time is going to be wrong. 4% of the people voted on time. Oof. You guys don't know DSP. This stream will never break 200 viewers. At the same time, thousands watching via restreams. Exactly. Rawfield, myself, King Jad, like, there's probably half a dozen, if not more, people restreaming this right now. And oh, could you imagine if Kino Casino went live to restream this? Actually, let me go check Kick real quick.
Podcast.
Run, Grandpa, run!
Oh, Strangely Lex. When I type in Kick now, it goes directly to Strangely Lex. Where's Kino? There it is, Kino Casino Gaming. Nope, they're offline. Now that would have been hilarious if they had shown up just to restream this. A public address announcer? I'm good on that. So I figured that'd be an issue. I gotta head. Well, dude, he's gotta wait for Cat's day off so Cat can go buy the alcohol for him, dude. Don't you know? Nor should it, the master, nor should it. That scam should be remembered forever, especially by the IRS. The last thing you saw was WrestleMania with Mike Tyson? Damn. There's a throwback. Ethan Ralph streaming on Kick? Or on YouTube's? Ah, excuse me. I'm not finding him. On Rumble? Oh, shit. God, do I even have a Rumble? I think I've used it.
Psst, the Keep Your Secrets update.
Baroni, it's still on my wish list. That's just like, I went to Steam real quick. Do I still have that on my wish list? I do. As a premier first-person roguelike with cooperative play, venture alone or gather a party with iconic and unusual RPG classes face off against brutal dungeons. Yep, still on my wish list. The snort break, kid. Then again, I say saying games on my wish list isn't saying much. I have 98 games on my wish list. I currently have 98 games on my wish list. Like, hey, guess what? I got a lot of fucking games on my wish list. Ooh, currently doing City Builder and County Sim Fest on Steam. Plus, those gonna be Ocean not included. Dawn of Man, 60% off. Ixion, also on wish list. Ooh, Frostpunk is currently $4.49, 85% off. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff on sale that are in that style. Medieval Dynasty. I say they always got good sales going on, so that's always nice. Bam Bam, Bigger Gout. Same, Matthew, same. My wish list and my backlog are the same length, if not longer. I say it was supposed to start at 9:45. It's currently 9:57. We're 3 minutes away from being 15 minutes late. It's not really, the question is, does he ever start? Yes, games on sale like Pokemon, you gotta get them all on sale. Which is the issue. It's like, oh hey, it's 60% off, I gotta get it. Oh hey, it's 70% off, gotta get it. Oh hey, it's 85% off, gotta get it. Well, it's 85% off. You know, so it's such a good deal again. Big Bag Man. Well, it's the Bag Show. It's the Bag Show tonight, y'all. Pig Ups, Fred Hammer. Welcome to the Bag Show. Yep, we're less than a minute away from him being 15 minutes late. I don't even see him in his chat. I'm gonna go back to... Yeah, I'm looking at his Twitter page. It says, Smart Guys, 9:45. It's currently 10 o'clock exactly. He's now officially 15 minutes late. Womp, womp, womp. Has Work Casino. Oh, yeah, his Kino Casino banning his kick. Needs to start using Triple H's old theme. It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. At their 2-hour pre-show. King snakes are notoriously unreliable. Imagine that. Guys! I would just like to announce. Oh, come on. We are currently 41 out of 50. We are just 9 away from defeating the terrorists. If we just get 9 more people to hit that thumbs up, we will be able to defeat the terrorists once and for all. $115 votes. 30 plus minutes late seems to be the winner. And what we just broke 15. Sounds like we be a toss up between 30 plus and never starts. Alright. What match should DSP be in? Holla, Chris Mans for the sub. JDX, very late. Gonna use this to help you fall asleep. I'll try to make sure not to scream like it was earlier during my fight against the Corruptor on Remnant 2. Scaffolding match. Fat cat on a pole match. Fatal 4 between him, Ralph, Mersch, and Beardson. Let's see. Rumble. Well, see, Ethan Ralph doesn't even pop up. Winner takes the channel. Whoever wins, we sleep. Yes. I bet Luis voted for a Buried Alive match. Exploding barbed wire ropes match. Ooh, there's a good one. Or first fire match. Burn, piggy, burn. Jasper's Letterbox match. Hada hada! Their first super chat on my stream. Chris Mims. Hada hada hada. Da 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 da. Gotta get added to the list. Guys, I would just like to report. We have done it. We have defeated the terrorists. Now, guys, if you want to defeat the communists, we need to reach 100. We have already defeated the terrorists. Now we just need to defeat the communists. Communist Russia will never invade again. Wolverine! King Snake's about to get felted. We're about to be 20 minutes late. Can you imagine he cancels the whole thing? That would be hilarious. Like, that's just a joke. Like, I was just joking with the poll option being never starts. I guess it means I get to get bed early. We've hit the goals and felted the pig roach. Yeah, is Ethan Ralph just fucking with him this whole time? Ethan Ralph shows that he's just high as shit. Has no idea what's going on. Guys, we've already made it up to 58 out of 100. I'll just be waiting to see if Kino's going to stream it. You're gonna check on True Secrets tonight too? Probably not. Then to the Discord update. Oof. That's not good. Seven Filter. Now there's again that needs a remake or a reboot or a remaster or something. That would be hilarious, Weed Blaze, if he did. Yes, Ralph showing up Blitz out of his mind would be hilarious. Oh, what the fuck? Only 21 minutes late, DSP. He's just now starting the slideshow. 21 minutes late. He's just now starting the slideshow. God, what an image. O-H-I-O! I owe thousands of dollars to the IRS, guys. So I need you, yes, you, to give me all your monies. Dent the Clown, yes. Alright, my contribution to wrestling names is the Beg Show. We got Dent the Clown. We got Big Beg Man. The Snort Break Kid. Aw, he didn't put Ethan Ralph on the title. Ethan Ralph called me a regard and left a call. That'd be hilarious. Guys, we currently have 106 people watching, but we only have 60 likes.
All right, hold on one second, everyone. And good evening, everyone, to a very special edition of Smark Guys. Today is March 27th, 2025. I'm DSP, and with me, for the first time ever,
Kick's got to be getting the Banhammer soon.
A man who needs absolutely no introduction. A man who is the first person to jump on the chance to be one of the upcoming 3 co-hosts that I'm going to have over the next few weeks leading on the road to WrestleMania here on the Smart Guy Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here with me live tonight is Ethan Ralph. Ethan, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, man.
Only 23 minutes late, guys.
I'm doing good. I'd like to thank you for being on the show and for being a professional about it. You were very eager because a couple weeks ago, as everyone knows, I gave the former host of this show the boot for very good reason. And
he weighs a lot more than me, by the way. He weighs 800 pounds. You know, I'm down to 175. So I apologize. Maybe, you know, some people are shocked by the weight differential in between there. But yeah, you gave him the boot, and it seemed like
God, I don't know if that's any better.
That made him the most angry that you actually cut him off first. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You can weigh in if you want.
There are people who like to feel like they're in positions of power, and when they have the rug pulled out from under them because they thought they were in power, that's truly when things snap for them. And that's exactly what happened. That's why the reaction happened the way that it did. That's why that they're going so hard on me, because they realize that I took control of the situation, which they don't like, and they can't handle it. But anyway, after his behavior, not only on this show, but on his own show, I gave him the boo. And I didn't really know what to do with this show because this was a co-op commentary show. You know, I could do it myself. Everyone knows that I can run a ship. I've done it for 17 years, pretty much solo. But co-op commentary is always better than just one person yapping. And I thought, you know, maybe I will entertain having some co-hosts. And then you spoke up. In fact, before I even had publicly announced that I was looking for co-hosts, you threw your hat into the ring with a post over on
Ethan
X.
doesn't look
now,
drunk.
I'm curious,
drunk.
Ethan, why was it that you were so eager to jump in and make yourself a candidate?
Well, for one, First off, I hate Ashton Parks. I mean, let's just be real. I think he's a scumbag, and he always has been a scumbag. His whole career is built off a lie off me getting him kicked out of his church, which never happened, by the way.
Huh.
He's admitted that never happened. So, like, I have a personal grudge. Like, I don't want to say
Ethan's there, unfortunately.
But also,
it would have been funny if he had
ghosted
him.
And this is gonna not win me any friends, by the way. But I feel like you get a bad rap, honestly. Like, I can understand people hating me a lot more than they hate you, right? It's like, what has Phil really done to earn this level of just psychotic? Let's allegedly hack into his accounts. Let's fuck with his life. Let's attack his wife. Let's try to fuck up his relationships and do all this. I feel like it's always been unfair.
But it's funny, so we don't care.
Never made anyone support you. Of course, the king of hate. You know, I've watched your show a lot recently, and I'm envious of the king.
When would you have had time to watch him?
That title, honestly.
You're too busy looking for gonorrhea medicine in Mexico.
I love that. Now, but I know you have tried to go in a different direction, and I don't want to be that guy anymore. And I want to be more positive and this and that. I want to be the king of hate. That's what I want to be. And so I was a little jealous of that too. But it's also like, what has this guy really done to deserve this type of enmity? From like people who have no lives? They're complete fucking losers. They stalk your every move. You know, sure, every once in a while you talk trash to like a weirdo in chat or whatever, but like, what have you really done to deserve what they give you? That's my opinion.
We've gone from grill Phil to gargle his balls. Good to know.
Always said that for years and years. Now we did have that one little beef when you went on the casino, because you know they were trying to set us up against each other. And now I saw it very quickly, because I was like, oh, they just want their content. They want us to fight, and so they can make their own money. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I just left it alone. But I've never had any problem with you. And so I was eager to have
because you're too fucking high and drunk all the time to even know who DSP is.
Coalition, not even coalition, but just I won't say clash, but
is this an interview now? What the fuck? Where's the
commiseration happen here on stream? And so, you know, when I saw the position was open, because 800-pound Ashton Parks can't fucking walk further than 20 feet at a distance, and he was really angry when you
almost
cut him
terrible.
Off. And so,
you know you love her, Greg.
He was born in 1996. I was born in 1985. I hate to give my age away, but I lived through the Attitude Era, through the great times of wrestling, and I know I won't say all the history of wrestling, but a lot of it.
So you're 39, Ethan? Damn, you look rough for 39.
And a fraud. And so I thought,
21 years and counting. Awesome.
My ego, I don't know, that I would be a good fill-in for him.
Well, here's the truth, Ethan, is that
take the glasses off and see how high you fucking are.
I've been doing this for 17 years, and I've seen it all. I've seen the highs and lows. I've seen YouTube change over the years and become a completely different thing today than it ever was back in the day.
It's either Argentinian
I can easily do drama
content. Set up with OIC.
I'm good at it. If I get pissed at someone, I could easily tear them a new asshole. It's not a big deal. But to me, that's like, I just don't like that content. And everyone's different. Maybe you like that content. I know those guys like that content. And that's fine. If people like that style of content,
oh yeah, that's going to be Argentinian.
To enjoy it. But the problem
Argentina's joined the chat.
They were actually trying to control me and turn me into something that
they
knew I didn't want to be. I told them time and again, I'll be a part of your show. We can do some drama, but I don't want that to be the end all be all of who I am. I've been doing this for 17 years. I have a fan base of thousands of people who like me for gaming,
dozens,
for podcasting, for chill
maybe
vibes,
dozens.
Not because I'm some hateful guy who's, you know, arguing with people constantly on the internet. They didn't want to hear that because all they know how to do is make drama.
Yeah, that's 100%
so
Argentina.
When I basically said enough is enough, no more drama, they didn't like that, and that was the end of it because I decided to end it. So
you decided nothing.
Yeah, I do think that's why it blew up the way it did.
Dozens and dozens content,
I really don't care about those guys. I'm not watching their stuff. I don't even know what they're saying or doing in regards to me. I don't give a shit. And I'm happy that there are people who are excited to be part of positive content. For example, we've got you this week. We do have 2 other guests lined up for the next 2 weeks leading up to WrestleMania. Sure. People who are very interested in actually doing legit wrestling commentary, and that's a good thing. Now, what we should do is actually talk a little bit about you and your history with wrestling, because some people are under the impression the only reason that you were interested in being on this show was drama, but that couldn't be further from the truth.
Totally false. I put out some pictures, obviously. I have a picture of me with the Macho Man when I was 12 years old. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, that's
Kevin
cool.
Steen, they call him Kevin Owens now. The Briscoe brothers, RIP to one of those guys. Tanahashi live at the Hilton Hotel. Which is
JJ, it was sad how he was all PPP. You're my first friend I've had in years. Because I say lost Rambo.
I've been to probably, I would say about 100 or 150 live wrestling shows in my life.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
Yeah, a lot. And so, it is, fuck this guy, right?
I've been to amateur. I've never been to professional wrestling show.
But the other part is, no, I actually am kind of
built
built for this.
Was an amateur wrestler.
And so
injuries.
And I hear his takes, and I didn't listen to a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but like what I did hear, just sounded like a fat, overgrown baby who doesn't understand the business whatsoever and never drew a dime. To use a term from Mike Graham, who maybe some of the old heads will understand here in the chat. And so, yeah, I think I'm perfectly fit for that. Shout out to Jade Rasmussen as well. I've seen him in your chat.
Jade got a shout out. Ooh, go Jade.
Thought I would be a good fill-in, and again, who knows?
So fucking bad already. He's like, I thought it was supposed to be about wrestling. Why is this an interview?
After more or whatever, like. I won't.
Come on, guys.
Or anything.
We're currently at
in
62.
truth, the whole idea for the show that I had was that it was going to be going from the Royal Rumble, well, actually to the relaunch of Raw, which happened back in January on Netflix, through WrestleMania. I really wanted to see
so close to defeating
me
the
coming
communists.
back to pro wrestling after being away from it for so long, because I hadn't done this show in a decade. Who knows if my viewer base for this is gone, which a lot of them have. When you're not talking about something for a long time, those people tend to move on and probably went to watch other people who were doing wrestling podcasts and stuff. But it was an experiment. It was always going to be an experiment through WrestleMania to see how it goes.
Let's see how much money you guys gave me.
Is give
you guys give me a bunch of money. Keep going
on a shot. Let's see how it goes. Let's see who clicks, who doesn't, and if I decide to extend the show and say, hey, you know what, it went well, let's keep it going through WrestleMania, then I'll talk to all of you guys about maybe coming back. It might actually be a rotating group as well, where it's not always the same person, but we have a rotating group of co-hosts who come on from time to time for interesting events and things. I think that could be good too, depending on how it goes. So. Just so there's
how much money he makes.
No misconceptions.
and I give you all props for giving me the first shot here. And I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Lived across the bridge in West Memphis, Arkansas. For those who don't know the territory system, we could get deep into wrestling if we want.
Way back in the day.
But basically, the last territory that stood was Memphis, Tennessee. And so that's where I'm from. Jerry the King Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, Jerry Jarrett, Bill Dundee, all these people. That's where I'm from. So I have a really deep history with wrestling that some faker from Canada will never have. So
okay, so to make it clear how the show's going to work for everyone.
But guys, it's not about drama. I'm not about drama.
It's this simple.
Stop saying about drama,
We are going to be doing wrestling commentary. I'm not going to let people derail the show because tonight, of course, people are going to be trying to derail the show. Yes, obviously, if you like the content, please support it. You can support it on YouTube with super chats and memberships.
Money.
You can support it over on Kick with subs, or you could tip on either service is available. And I'm going to be reading out contributions only if they're pertinent, positive, and have nothing to do with trying to hate on whoever the host happens to be that week, because I know for a fact that there's going to be people trying to crap on the host and everything. I'm not going to do that. I'm not playing that game. This is not the Ethan Ralph shooting gallery. You think that you're going to get one over on him because he's on the show and you're going to be dick. He's a guest and a co-host, and we treat him with respect for giving us our time, and therefore we don't tear the guy a new butthole. That's ridiculous. All right? In addition to that, we still are doing a promotion where for every $100 that I raise on the show, we're going to do a live opening of one of these WWE Topps Chrome packs of cards. and I still have apparently a rare chase card in this box to open at some point. So that's also in the running.
So
and
guys,
what we'll do, let's open
really
up the show
cool
with some shout outs.
car?
Again, I guarantee you half these people who contributed are probably going to be nasty and negative, but I'm going to skip over
member.
them. Let's
but
just
you know what? I'm not as good at hyping as, you know, PPP, right? Like, I'm not like, hey, give me the subs, give me the subs. But you know what? If you'd like to see me on this show, if you'd like to see somebody who knows wrestling in and out, who's been a 35-year fan of wrestling from Memphis, Tennessee, who was at St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 97, who was at the riot in Memphis in late, what was that, 96, I believe, who was at WrestleMania 35, who was at so many Nitros, Ring of Honor. I mean, the
Smart guys, brought to you by
itself,
NyQuil.
New Japan,
Can't sleep,
and
hate
Madison
medicine.
Square
Listen to this podcast, guaranteed
the
sleep.
list goes on.
You know
and
it.
on. Like,
Heart,
I don't have
thumbs
to
up, and
fake
of course,
the
shout
deal.
out.
I know wrestling.
You gotta be on the list
and
already,
so
right,
if
Sonny?
you want somebody who knows wrestling, vote me, I guess, and give Phil your money.
Of course, Sonny's
so
already
we
on the
can
list.
Open some packs.
There you go. All right, let's start because we got a whole bunch of shout outs to do to open the show. We start with Ice Mexican, $5 super
Ice
chat.
Mexican.
And the
You're
starfish sent his
nice.
regards, Suffa. I don't know what that means. I apologize. I'm going to have so many things I don't understand what the hell people are talking about tonight.
Do you want to explain to you what that means?
If you know what it means, sure. I hope it's not insulting
to you.
It means
that Ashton Parks, who weighs 800 pounds and can only walk 20 feet at a time, he spread his butthole.
Yes.
Since
we're
great.
on
YouTube. He spread his butthole live New Year's 2018. He spread his butthole on a site called stream.me. Some of the new people might not know this, but he did that. I'm not sure why he did that, but he did do that, and the picture is out there.
Yes, the chocolate
he spread
starfish
his butthole,
incident.
and then he got mad because I wouldn't have him as part of my show, and then he lied and said, this is true, by the way, Phil. I'm not making this up.
I believe you. I believe you.
He said that I got him kicked out of his church because I reported him to his church for spreading his butthole on air, which I didn't do. And if you actually know where his church is, which I do, it's actually just like one of his family members' houses. So it's not even a real church. Like, the church is not even real in the first place.
Church
so,
is anywhere you can
it's a church,
get together,
right? I mean, any house of worship,
Lord.
I guess you could count.
Doesn't need to be a special building.
Are you insinuating that PPP would lie about something, Ethan?
I know, shocking. I know, shocking that his whole career is based
guys,
on
but
a
no
lie.
drama, no drama.
A lot of people believe that. And,
Does it bring up drama?
It did not happen. I was so busy. Like, I would not even dare. I thought it was funny when he did what he did. Honestly, now it was weird. You know, I don't understand why he did that.
Thank you to Slayer. Re-upped his membership tonight. So thank you to Slayer for re-upping your membership. We have a Lester. With a $2 super chat, two Gamergate OGs are now sharing the stage. I actually skipped Gamergate, and I was on YouTube during that time, and everyone was going crazy about Gamergate, and I was like, there's just so much bullshit going on. I just don't want to be involved in it, and everyone kept trying to get me involved, and I literally stepped back. I just want to play games, man. I didn't want to get involved in that at all. So you can call me a Gamergate OG, but I had nothing to do with that. Nichols with a $20 super chat. I'm a big fan of Smark guys since the early days, and I wanted to show some support tonight. Thank you so much, Nichols. That is a very generous super chat there.
That sounds like such bullshit.
We've got
OIC LARPing again.
Chad with a $2 super chat, and he says something insulting, so I'll just ignore it. We've got Lester with another $5 super chat. Now let's see. He says, 2 questions I have for Ralph to open the show. Number 1, what is his all-time favorite shoe? And the other one, I don't know if I want to read the second one. Let's do the first one. What is your all-time favorite shoe?
Well, it depends on whether you consider the Montreal Screwjob.
You'd be using the truth exemption for tax write-off.
Probably half and half, really, right?
That's why he does that?
Right.
Nice.
Some people say that was a work. I would
say
Bookerman from Brian Pillman would have to be up there. Also, even though I hate Vince Russo, the shoot there was pretty awesome as well with Hogan at, I think it was Bash at the Beach. But favorite
Hogan mentioned.
I mean, it would probably have to be the Montreal
Hogan mentioned.
if you consider that a shoot. And also, I have to run outside just for 1 second.
Oh, no problem.
What was the second part of that question?
The second part might be an insult at you. I don't know, but I can read it if you really want me to.
Yeah.
He says, where did you get the nickname Rim It Ralph?
Because I like to
Oh,
well, because I never denied enjoying women's buttholes, we'll say, and not because I actually ate what was inside of that, but you know, you can go around the rim. You can go around the rim, Phil. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. What the fuck? I mean,
well, but, you know, to each their own. Some people like to talk about that stuff publicly, and some don't. So you know,
DSP always talking about that constantly.
You know what? The ladies love it. And I will step outside real quick. And probably my favorite shoot would be the Montreal screw job, if that was a shoot. Now Kevin Nash swears it wasn't a shoot. There's a lot of other people, but the Booker Man comment from Brian Pillman was another awesome one. The Doug Gilbert moment in Memphis Wrestling was another awesome one. If you know that, that's
all these are on my head. I don't know that one.
yeah. That's Memphis Wrestling.
You don't want the answer.
Like talk shit about Lawler and Memphis Wrestling. Doug Gilbert. So that would be another one. But I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
No problem. I'll do some more shout outs while you're gone. No problem.
Give me a chance to beg for money, guys.
All right. So we got Han Solo 2069 with a $5 super chat. I've never donated to the channel before, but I do like this Ralph guy, and I hope that he sticks around. I don't know how many of you guys tonight will be serious or not, to be honest, but I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for supporting the show, trying something different, and hopefully, you know, you guys like it. Melvin the Weed Wizard with a $5 super chat says, Phil, I haven't seen your stuff in a while, and I heard that you now have a wrestling show. I've been binge watching them. I'm glad to see you live. Well, welcome to my show that has, you know, shuffled around and changed a bit, but I think at its core,
show back up completely fucking naked, dick out.
You know,
dick out for Harambe
tonight, I think. So thank you for that. WIP with a $5 super chat. All hail DSP and Ralph. Thank you to WIP. Gets us up to $49 tonight. Andy Grundy with a $5 super chat. Ralph is the ultimate co-host. Let's go, Suffa PPP. It's too bad he wasn't here to hear that one. I bet he would have appreciated that. I'll let him know when he gets back. Thank you for that. And then Einstein Theory with a $5 super chat. Ralph knows every card, every lore, everything you must learn. PPP's butthole will soon be familiar to you. That's absolutely disgusting. I don't ever want anything like that to be familiar to me. In fact, I'd like to be on the actual polar opposite end of the planet at all times if I could. But, you know. Okay. Let's move on. We have tips to shout out as well. This is actually perfect time for me to do these shouting out. We got a $5 tip here tonight from Flatman B. Eat a bag of dicks, all the detractors. Let's fucking go. Well, thank you so much to Flatman B. That's
our he's getting ballsy there. Getting a swimsuit outfit for the Tomboy model.
$5 tip. Now we're up to 54 and climbing. And we got another $5 tip here from Slayer. How you doing, Slayer? He says, the show is looking fine so far. Wrestling this week was fine. SmackDown just didn't have that much for me. The brawl at the end was fine with triple threat being confirmed. Maybe Paul Heyman turn on Seth Rollins. As for Raw, I did like the John Cena promo about being the last real champion. And I hope that he'll win at WrestleMania. I think a lot of people are starting to turn that way. Being honest, I actually think a lot of people now are starting to feel like they want Cena to win, and we'll talk about.
Of course, they want Cena to win. They want him to break Ric Flair's record.
Cool.
It's already been confirmed that Ric Flair will be at WrestleMania, so
hopefully there's a rematch.
NXT this week was great. The record get broken live.
Was it? I didn't see NXT this week. It says there was Stephanie Vacker with the NXT Women's North American Championship and the NXT.
She is so sexy, by the way, Phil. I'm sorry.
I do not watch NXT because I don't know how. Like I have all the on-demand services. Where do you watch it, Ethan? How do you see the NXT?
Well, do you want a membership to Extreme Wrestling Torrents?
I don't know, because I don't know if I can watch it on my phone.
Don't say that live on air, but it's an educational.
So that's how you watch it. See, I have all the services, but and I have a VPN, but I don't know how. Like, I don't even know where the hell NXT is. I have to figure it out.
I can just give you an invite. I've been a member for like 15 years, so. Extreme Wrestling Torrents is how I watch wrestling. So, or live feeds and stuff like that. But that's how I watch now. I know,
such a big fan, he's got to pirate everything.
Too smart enough to do that, but yeah, I've been I've been a member of that site for literally 15 years.
Oh, I'll have to think about it, or at least maybe.
I can give you. Not, what do you know how to use torrents?
Oh, I've used them, dude. I used torrents the day they came out. I got in trouble for using torrents in the 2000s. I got cease and desist letters in the mail telling me to stop torrenting.
No, what I'm telling you, it's a private tracker, so they can't
they can't mess with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look into it. We'll talk about it after the show.
Yeah, and also there was it Wendy Richter? That's another famous shoot where Vince screwed her out of the title. I don't know. There's a lot of famous shoots. That's kind of like a whole show, honestly, if we want to go through famous shoots and Japan and Carl Gotch.
That would be a pretty good show.
Like there's a lot of famous shoots if we really want to go through that.
Oh, sure.
But But
by the way, there's a couple people who already are complimenting you tonight and saying that you're doing a good job, and they're like seeing you on the show.
I came here to do a real wrestling, like people, Phil. Doing
a wrestling show. Where's the wrestling?
Problem with you? I know we talked a little trash back and forth on Twitter, and you did your thing, and I said my thing on my show, but like it was set up by other people, right? Like I really never had any beef with you at all, and so
you're too hard to have a beef.
Like it was like I said I was gonna do a fuck DSP festival and all this, and it's like I don't even care. Like it's not that you're not worth it. Like you've been around long enough to do something like that. Like
there's enough material to work with. I know there's totally enough material.
I mean, I could do that, but like I don't have that feeling in my heart for you. I've always felt like I've said this personally.
Feeling deep in your heart to hate DSP guys.
I've never said anything negative
just hate him casually,
at all, but like I feel like you're really targeted
hatred for him
in an unfair way, and
haters
can take this however they want. But
guys, I don't want to be in denial, but we're only at 64 likes.
I know you haven't acknowledged.
Are we really going to let the communists win?
Literally, like.
We need to get to 100 likes or the communists win.
People have done every possible
I promise not to raise the goal afterwards, guys. I swear.
To get to my stuff.
Fucking crimes they should be put in jail for. And then all the detractors say, oh, well, we don't support that, but we use that information. Well, you know what? You're full of shit. And all you people are hypocritical pieces of garbage.
I mean, if someone else wants to touch the poo, let them touch the poo. I ain't going to tell them not to. I'm not their daddy.
Things that are less worse than what you're up to yourself.
Exactly, Fiery. When he's not a hollering hog, when he's not high as a fucking kite, he's pretty boring.
Agree with you on everything. No, but like I don't like.
I don't know. Fiery, I haven't seen you in a while, so let's pin that message.
And the more I watch your content, the last
couple
weeks, because I knew we were gonna do this, right? And maybe you're fooling me.
I mean, technically the show started,
but it's like
I'm not tricking anyone. I'm not tricking anyone. I'm a transparent dude.
No,
what you see is what you get with me, you know.
I'm not dissing you, but I'm saying maybe he's pulling the con of all time, but like he actually seems to just want to do positive content about gaming and wrestling and a few other things. Like I mean, if he's tricking me, okay, but like I have nothing to gain here other than trying to make a good show about wrestling. And to do the collab, just me and you on the same screen is a big deal.
I'm not even looking at attendance or anything, but I'm to understand that we have like record high attendance for this show and everything. Like people are going crazy. So I mean, of
course they are. Of course they are. Because me and you are two fucking legends. We're two fucking kings, antediluvian kings, as Galvinson would say. And so, yeah. I mean,
yeah, guys, it was totally cool.
We do this every week. Now, I don't want to put down any other co-host. Maybe they do it better.
I can have too boring. See you, Kumi. Thanks for hanging out.
Whatever. But it's WrestleMania season, so like
it's an exciting season to do this too. It really is an exciting season to have variety that's going on.
Yeah. So,
speaking of what we're talking about, our next, we had a $20 tip, which is very generous. Thank you to this person. It's Quake4. This person says, Ralph is a bit of a controversial character. Are you considering any other individuals of this caliber? Do you have people lined up? I have 2 more hosts lined up, and I'm just going to put you this way, all right? I've tried to go.
Let me ask you this, Phil.
Oh, go ahead. Go
ahead. They said it was merch. First off, I know it's not merch because he told me it wasn't. And then unless he lied to me,
Beardson.
I mean, he could have.
Have a good Beardson.
And then they said it was Beardson. That was what Fat Ass said. It was Mersh and Beardson is what he said.
You want to know the funniest part about all that? Like,
no,
I don't know.
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
I don't know Mersh at all. Like, the only reason I know of him because you had brought him up once. I was like, I don't even know.
I brought him up because I was like, me and you and Mersh could like just fucking just kill this whole game. Like,
and I was like, who's Mersh? I've never heard of this guy before. But somehow he's gonna be the next host. I don't even know who he is.
Phil, don't say it like that. Mersh is a great guy. But
I'm not crapping on him. Listen. When I say that, that's on me because I don't know shit about anyone on the internet. I literally just sit here and do my thing every day. I don't pay attention to anyone. But it's hilarious that people try. Oh, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be this. I don't even know who you're talking about. You're so ridiculous. You're psychic. You have the insider info, right? No, let me tell you.
Do.
No one knows who the next two hosts are. On
purpose. Shit, totally know. He's probably pissed that it got exposed.
It's under wraps. Absolutely, no one knows who the next two hosts are. That's all I'm gonna say. No one actually knows. Okay.
So any predictions that have been made are wrong.
That, to my knowledge, yes. I don't think anyone has hit it on the head yet. Let me put it this way. I tried to cover all bases. You obviously are the big, super controversial guy.
And by the way, I want to apologize. And first off, I want to give you your props because, you know, I have a controversial life and, you know, things have happened. And, you know, I could sit here and explain to you why all those things happened. And I don't think anybody cares.
Don't care. That's not the point of this show. This is not, you're on my show. Let's have a drama segment about the host. That's not what this is, you know?
We're talking about wrestling, but like, you know, as far as having, you know, these other people on, like it's just foolish. They just made this stuff up out of thin air because
they pulled it out of their asses.
It's kayfabe. Like they just pulled it up. You know why they did that, right? Because Mersh is one of their targets and Beardson is one of their targets, and so they pulled that out of their ass. And so
they want to make it all about them, like because it's people they talk about. Like that's who I'm gonna pick, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's just not. They don't know what they're talking about.
They don't know, guys. They don't know. I swear they don't know. You believe me, Reeee, me.
I messaged you and.
He knows nothing.
But, you have a busy day, so do I, right?
Yeah, count down to Ralph going off the edge, Phil kicking Ralph off the stream, and then trying to sell.
Okay,
they planned everything as an elaborate revenge.
Start promoting
have to wait and see,
of course, right? And I didn't realize
that would be pretty funny, though.
You were like saving.
When you talk, all I hear is blah,
it's
blah,
all right.
Blah.
It's all right. It was a little bit of miscommunication at the beginning, but it's all right.
I want to apologize here on the air because I didn't realize you were saving the reveal for the air. And I said, hey,
we've already defeated the terrorists.
You know,
can we defeat the communists?
Which meant, you know, that day basically. But I don't think I made that clear enough. And so I apologize if I spoiled any reveals or anything like that.
It's all good. It's all good. No problem.
30,000 views on Twitter, and I think it worked. But either way, go ahead.
We got a few more shout outs to do. Let's see here. A couple smaller tips. Let's just take a look. It looks like this guy, $2 tipper, says he's going to take a shot of Henny for me. Okay, go for it.
Ralph even know?
And I got another $2 tip.
Not telling the truth because they don't want Ralph to get high and spoil the beans.
Happened to say the new logo is working better than I thought. If you plan on ever watching NXT in the U.S., okay, this is what I wanted to know. It airs for free TV on the CW. Who the fuck watches the CW? Why would they put NXT on CW of all? Like you could put it on any other possible thing, and it'd be easier to watch than on the fucking CW. I don't have regular TV. Almost no one does anymore. What a stupid thing. No wonder I can't find it. All right,
well, see, Phil, that's what I'm telling you, man. Just let me hook you up with the.
Well, if I'm gonna watch it, I might have to.
CW, but like
yeah, a lot of people watch CW. That's why they had the DC shows on there for so long.
Network. Right, like a network broadcast, but like I anyway, we can talk after.
We'll talk after the show, no problem.
Shout out CW.
All right, let's see here. We've got Lord Licorice with a $5 super chat. Ralph should stay so far.
I say really Smallville. Anyone?
There you go. You're actually getting some
Smallville,
nice
one of the biggest shows.
I'm surprised.
For like DC.
Actually, I thought that was
live action for years.
People are being very nice. Stuart, thanks for getting your membership
Buffy
here
the
on the channel.
Slayer.
Ice Mexican with another $5 super chat. Will you ask Ralph what his opinion
I know they're called WB back then, but WB, CW,
wrestling
same thing.
favorite Amanda Morris. Another thing, I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you know what he's talking about?
I don't know who that.
Let's see, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is getting a revival. Just saying.
By the way, we've already topped.
I don't know who that person is, but they sound like a bottom tier, lower tier wrestler. I don't know that person though.
We have Dixie Wrecked, who became a member tonight. Thank you for that. And by the way, we topped $100, which means we already get to open a pack of cards live, which is awesome. Can't wait to do that. That'll be interesting to see what we pull. We got Rush with a $2 super chat. He says, "Are you, Ralph, a Cornet guy or a Heyman guy?"
I gotta say, I wonder if Ralph.
That's tough, Cornet, because Heyman's
make sure to be sober for this.
But like in terms of entertainment, like they're both neck and neck, right? I listen to
will he start
Cornet's
jonesing
podcast all the time. And so
iZombie was on CW.
And who
I like that Zombie. Jumped the shark there at the end, but
Cornette, and also Jim Cornette got his start in the Memphis territory.
That's
and
right.
So
yeah.
He's
your hometown boy.
You know, I'm a Cornette guy. Not that I don't love Heyman, although he's getting a little Heyman, man. Look, you know, we talked about PPP getting
especially when he's like, guys, I don't know who this is.
Heyman, man, you better watch out, dude. Like, because you're getting what, 50, 60 years old.
You're watching wrestling again. How do you not know who any one of these cards are?
I didn't watch wrestling
I don't
for
see him die.
Like, exactly. I didn't watch wrestling for like 5 years. I was away from it. I totally separated myself from it, and I came back to it in January for the first time. And I'm starting watching these guys. Like, oh my god, these guys got so old in the last 5 years. Like Heyman, Punk, Triple H. They look terrible now. I'm like, oh man.
Did you notice? Did you notice Heyman on the? And I have some notes here. From the. Let me see.
I definitely watched the reboot. Right. But are they gonna base it off the last episode of the show? They're going to be using the comics. Because the comics went on for a while too. Punk, there were a lot of comics.
Mentioned his favor, and then Heyman's like, no. And then Roman Reigns was like, oh, what's going on? Then all of a sudden he got clocked by CM Punk, right? And I think that's gonna come into play. I think there's
Heyman should go back to being a writer,
maybe
or a commentator,
with Roman, or he.
I get you needed him for Brock and Roman Reigns because they had no skill in the mic.
This is the
CM Punk has skill in the mic.
Out, scenario.
You don't need Paul Heyman with CM Punk
with Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
we don't talk about the comics.
So I'm intrigued by the whole thing, and I love the storytelling. So
I think the two best plot lines are that, and of course Cena and Cody Rhodes. Those are like the two top.
Cena, Cody Rhodes. We can talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
Okay, Cyrex the Rapper, $2 super chat. The Ralpha Male and the King. Forget any other guests. Well, I do have 2 other guests lined up. I do appreciate you guys being very positive tonight.
Braun Breaker with Heyman. Ooh.
Dat Pie over there.
That would be a good matchup, Matthew James.
NXT's on Netflix with a VPN. Okay, that's maybe what I can do. Because I have Netflix and I have the VPN. So maybe I could do it that way. I will. Don't worry.
I'm just holler at me, dude. Like,
we got Silas Kruger with a $5 super chat. Me and my dad are watching The Big Show. What? Well, good for you.
It's the Big Show.
The Big Show, people. The Big Show.
I was 12 years old, and I was outside of a Nitro taping, and Big Show put his hand up like this, and his hand was like 3 times bigger than my hand.
Good God.
And I don't know, wrestlers. I'll say this: wrestlers have always been really cool for the most part, as far as I can state, being really cool with the fans and trying to.
Yeah, so we'll give you Dark Side Phil and Wings and Boogie and Ethan Ralph for Michelle Trachtenberg.
Right? Yeah, and that's awesome.
And he put it's awesome, and it's not like that in every sport. He put his hand up next to mine. His hand was literally like 4 or 5 times.
I don't want to alarm you.
God damn,
but we were one away from noise.
Let's see. We got Chad with the $5
Who's gonna get us
chat.
Some noise?
This I don't know. This sounds like I don't know if I even want to read this because I don't know if this is true.
Noise.
This is insulting.
We've hit the
noise.
Up
to you if you want me to read it. I will skip it if you don't want me to because I don't know if this is something that's true or hurtful. It's your
You
call.
can read whatever you want, and
This guy says. Is it true that you ever? Well, let me ask you this: did you ever own a horse at all?
I owned a horse, but I had to put her down.
That was the question. He says, I'm curious, what happened with your horse? Did you have to put the horse down when you went when you left the States? That's sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
man.
I had to put him down. It's sad. Anytime you have to put a great animal, especially a horse, a regal animal down, anytime you have to do that, you know, it's a sad thing. But when you have to actually, you know,
Yeah.
put him at Ruffian. Do you know Ruffian? Anytime you have to, you know, just actually put them down, it's a sad thing. So, yeah, I did have a horse at one point. Yeah.
We got GG Evan 317 with a $5 super chat, but he's starting to talk about Chris Benoit, and sadly, I hate to say it, probably too hot of a topic for YouTube. If we were on Kick, just on Kick, I'd probably talk about Chris Benoit all day, but God forbid that we talk about Chris Benoit on YouTube and someone reports the show, and, you know, so I got to tiptoe away from that one. We do have a couple of contributions over on Kick as well. So let me get those out, and then it looks like we're going to do a card unpacking.
I think 69 out of 69 is more than enough. We had defeated the terrorists and the communists
already for the cards.
We've exceeded
terrorists and communists defeated.
Are you fucking serious?
Of course.
Okay, all right. I want to say, okay, all right.
We've got Real John Potter, who gifted a sub over on Kick. Thank you, Real John Potter. And we have Little Bit, who also gifted a sub over on Kick. So we got
Little Bit, shout out. I know that person. Anyway,
cool.
I don't know. I know Real John Potter too, but that's probably not the real one. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
The Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm worried about the British. If we get to 100, we might be able to defeat the British.
Would be the owner of Kiwi Farms.
America's oldest enemy, the British.
Okay. That's who that is, actually. But
okay. All right, so we got that, and we got
terrorists defeated.
Ethan,
communists
with a $2
defeated,
super
but not
chat,
can we
and
defeat
I believe
the British.
They're trying to impersonate you, so I'm
America's
not
first enemy.
For $2 regardless.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you,
at
man.
71 now.
Dude, I'm just here trying to talk wrestling and have fun. Honestly,
that's right.
So.
All right, so guess what?
Me.
We've already hit the first tier goal. Remember, every $100 I told you guys I would unpack a pack of cards, and we're going to do it right now, our first pack. I'm just going to reach into the box randomly. All right, I'm going to grab just any old pack. We'll grab this one right here.
We haven't actually talked about any of the current wrestling. We've only talked about old shit so far, and now cards.
No, I didn't know
I know there's another channel that's like just DSP Pure or whatever.
Yeah, they steal all my shit. They illegally rebroadcast my shit every day.
They steal your shit, so there's probably like 5,000 people watching this right now.
I'm sure. Here we go. So here we go. Here's our first pack of cards for tonight.
5,000 people watching.
See what we got in this top scroll. I'm probably gonna have to auto adjust the focus because this camera doesn't autofocus.
There's no way it shows 2,500 people watching.
7
That's
cards.
No,
4 cards in each
DSP.
pack. 4 cards in each pack. Will we get a pull? Because there is a rare card somewhere in this box. I don't know where, but there is a rare card in the box. Here, let me get the focus to actually do it correctly so everyone can see this, including you, Ralph. You should be able to see it too.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we got manual focus here.
Keanu's gonna have such a good time with this tomorrow.
It's gonna be blurry, but I'm gonna bring the card up to the camera, and everyone should be able to see it. All right,
cards are awesome, by the way. I don't have so you know you would need cases and stuff. I used to collect baseball cards and stuff.
Me too.
So I don't really have all that stuff. So that's one reason I haven't gotten involved with that. But they are really well done.
They're thick, very thick cards. They're very good quality.
Yeah.
They have this glossy side, and they have a cardboard side, but the cardboard side is also glossy. There's some pretty high quality stuff. I mean, they're incredibly expensive too, so that kind of
incredibly expensive, guys.
Well,
expensive. Compensating for it.
So here we go. Our first one of the night is Wesley. I don't even know who that is. Wesley.
Oh, it's NXT. You don't watch NXT.
It says NXT. I guess he's still in NXT, but I have absolutely no idea who the hell Wesley is. I don't watch NXT. But
we gotta get you on NXT. You know why I watch NXT? I wrote this down in my notes, and I said NXT. First off, I don't know that they invented it, but have you noticed the tape underneath the women's asses? And it's to make their asses stick out more.
Wow.
But that's one of the greatest innovations in wrestling history, actually.
Oh, it's
and so
no real begging.
I
yet.
have to say,
it sitting there talking and trying to do an interview, I guess.
I don't know that started that, but my God, they ran with it. I have to say, because they have some hotties on the squad, and they have Stephanie Vacquier, and I approve of all that.
Ethan Ralph, the ass tape aficionado, here tonight on Smart Guys, everybody. Very nice. Maybe you know who this is. I have no clue who this. I don't know who any of these people are half the time, even though I watch the product. This is from Monday Night Raw, and this is a women's wrestler.
Yeah, 1,283 watching Raw Phil, but then 2,500 watching DSP.
Or
not a chance. There's a way DSP has more viewers than Raw Phil.
Caden Carter?
No chance DSP has more viewers than Raw Phil.
Who is this? And they're on Raw? I've been watching Raw since January. I haven't seen this person.
Muscle mommies are the best. Ooh.
A little deep for me, to be honest. I especially when I say Peyton Cross, which I didn't know that person.
So the card looks nice. Like, look at the nice chromium around the edges. Like, the card itself looks really nice. I just don't know who the hell the person is on there.
Yeah, no.
Caden Carter. Weird.
Yeah. Smash, I'll say, but I thought Hayden Cross, honestly, because he has the whole gimmick of he's, I won't say tricking, but
I think we have a dupe.
Convincing people into being heels and stuff like that. Like, that's the whole
right. Killer. Oh, yeah. Cross. Gotcha. Yeah, Killer Cross. Of course, now he's just Cross or whatever. Yeah. I think this is my first dupe, and this is angering me because these cards are expensive, and the set is over like 150 cards. It's DIY, and I'm almost positive we already got this card in a previous opening over a previous show. I do like DIY. I like them in NXT. They're good. They're okay on the main roster, I think, but I don't think they're.
I saw them wrestle in person many times. Ciampa and
Gargano.
For sure.
Okay, he's high on something.
All right, so that's 3. We got 1 more to go. Is it the chase card?
Is that what he's on? Is he on heroin or something?
Actually, I don't think you know until you flip it. But so it's a legend. Who is it? It is. I can't even read it. Shit, I can't even read it. What does it say? I can't read my own card. I need my glasses.
Glasses? Why would you wear glasses, dude?
It is. Oh, it's Trish Stratus. It's Trish Stratus. It's
my God.
modern
Trish
Stratus.
Sit on my face any day.
Yes.
Are you serious? Like, she is so fucking. It's crazy. Like, I know she's had a little surgery, right? But like,
they all have. They all have at this point.
You don't want a deal on horse, and you don't want a deal on plastic surgery. And she did not get the deal on plastic surgery because she is fine as fuck, and she is actually hotter than any other diva, quote unquote, female superstar on the roster, and it's not really that close, in my opinion.
I don't know. I'm a Rhea Ripley fan. Rhea Ripley,
maybe Stephanie Vicker, only because she's so badass and she's Chilean and I'm in Mexico. But like, other than that, like, that's it.
All right, so there's our first pull of the night. If we hit $200 of support tonight, we'll do another pack. But honestly, not many hits there. I guess the one that was supposed to be the rare one was the women's wrestler. We don't even know who the hell it is. It is the chromium, rainbow design around the edge.
You don't know who she is.
Don't know who that is. So.
You don't know who she is.
Do I need to hype
it up? Tippy time is also nice.
I hate to, I'm not this type of guy to be a PPP guy, but do we need do I need to do that? Like, I mean, we need to have another opening. That's what we need.
All right.
And so, if you guys
take the bunny any day
on the show, we're gonna talk about the wrestling and stuff like that too. But
shortly too.
Hype it up. So if you like me here,
he's barely.
The best way to keep me here, the best way to keep it going.
He's on drugs.
He's gonna have other people for sure, and I don't down those people. But the best way to have me back is to bump up the support. So, support Phil. He gets a lot of shit that he doesn't deserve. And
yes, he does.
Just do what you can to help this guy out, because
5 out of 100 was so close to defeating the British.
It's so funny. I said this before the show.
Xanax. Oh, there you go. That's probably what it is. Probably
the King
Xanax.
Of Hate. Are you going to bring the King of Hate back? Well, actually, I want to be the King of Hate. And I don't think Phil wants that. Like, I watch Phil, and I only have for the past month or so. Like, I'm not trying to down you or anything. Like, I have, my own show going on, right? But I watch you, and almost everything you do is positive, right?
It's chill, it's fun, it's positive. The person who actually said it best, and I know this is going to be shocking, the person who said it best was Keemstar, okay? Keemstar a few months ago said on his show.
Really? Keemstar?
Yeah, you know, Phil doesn't do anything super interesting, but he doesn't bother anyone either. He's just making content for his audience. Like, so why does everyone hate it? You know?
Why do they hate him? I don't understand it. I've said this for years. I'm like, why do they hate this guy? And then, anyway.
It's all good. It's all good. Let's get through a few more shout outs and then let's get to the wrestling commentary because we do want to cover SmackDown and Raw tonight, which
finally
is
talking about wrestling, huh?
So, wow, all these super chats coming in. It's crazy. We've got
We'll be wrestling on your
Silas
show
again with a $2
right?
super chat. Haters in Shambles, Worski is crying. Yeah, well, I don't know if Worski is crying. I think the former co-host.
Well, he aborted his child and had him murdered, so that would probably make him cry.
What the?
I don't know anything about that, folks. I'm not touching that one with 100 from Paul. I don't know nothing about that. I don't get involved in that shit.
Maybe that makes him cry at night. I don't know, but could possibly could be a possibility. But yeah,
we got a what the hell currency is SGD? I don't know, but I'm gonna do a quick currency conversion. Because we had a 50 SGD super chat, which is the equivalent of $37.30, which is actually our biggest super chat of the night. And this one is from CECA Loather. I have no idea what that means.
He's crazy. He used to donate to my show, and he's actually a Mongolian who wishes he was Chinese.
Guy.
Like I'm not kidding. By the way,
like,
I want to give you the lore.
He's too busy going on another vacation.
He's a Mongolian who wishes he was Chinese. Now, of course, if you know anything about the Chinese, they don't consider Mongolian Chinese. So.
Well, they're not Chinese.
He's pretty insane. Now, I don't know what his super chat says, but he'll never be Chinese. I do know that.
All right. Well, whoever this is,
what the fuck?
They are saying some negative things about you. I'm going to ignore it.
Sure.
It may or may not actually be the real person. I don't know, but they did a generous contribution.
It's the same person. Yeah. Thanks for the money. Fuck off.
Thanks for the money,
dummy.
We
got Han Solo 2069 with a $5 super chat. Have you seen the clip? Oh, I'm not saying that either. See, they're trying to get me to read shit, and I'm like, oh, I had to stop myself. But I like I said, we're not going to be doing a shooting gallery tonight with the co-host. Sorry about that. Hellfire Missile Salesman with a $2 super chat.
Well, let me get this. What makes more money? Like me just sitting here and like talking wrestling and being cool, or
actually being entertaining,
saying crazy shit. Like if you think it makes more money, weirdos saying crazy shit.
Here's the thing.
I will answer that.
He knows it will make more money, but he doesn't want to answer it. Exactly, David. Exactly.
All right.
He knows it makes more money, but he can't admit it.
Money off this show. This is a.
That's right. This is essentially exactly.
And it's split 50-50, guys.
3 weeks for people to try it out.
50-50.
No money for me whatsoever off this show. Now, if we go further,
on Cracky to be awake, it's probably Xanax.
Of course. If you're selected to be a host or if you're an ongoing guest, absolutely yes. Absolutely.
But like, I don't. This is for free. I just love talking wrestling.
Wait,
like that's why
this is free. So. You're not getting paid for this.
With a $5 super chat, I prefer Smart Guys Ralph over All Statum Ralph. Seeing you chilling is bringing me all the way back to 2015. Someone likes to see you chill, man. What about that? Maybe you'll be doing chill streams soon. You'll give up the drama. You'll be doing the chill shit. It's less stress. You can keep your blood pressure down. That's for sure.
Holy shit! Whoa!
We've got Dat Pie over there with a $2 super chat. Oh my God, Ralph. They're asking you, Ralph. F, Mary, or Unlive, Vacker, Lola Vice, or Trish?
Wait.
Fuck, Mary, kill. What is a fun game?
Fuck, Trish, Mary, Vacker, Vakir. And who was the other? Lola
kill. Vice. I don't know who that is, so there you go. Kill. Silas with another $2 super chat. Can we hit the goal? Well, we are almost to $200 and our second pack opening, if you guys can believe it. We're almost there.
So close.
So thank you to Silas for that. Paul with a $10 super chat. Thanks for the stream.
Funny.
I hope for more. Ask Ralph. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that is a good poll.
Peter B. I don't know if I want to say the name because I don't know if it's something that's going to get anyone in trouble. He's asking if you would have some Peter B guy on your show again, but I don't know who that is. So
I don't actually know either. That's the thing. Like,
oh boy, it's probably some obscure reference. Who knows? Let's see.
I will say Stephanie Vakir. Mary immediately.
I mean, for me, it's gonna be
Trish.
Mommy.
It's hard to say not marry Trish.
Oh no,
over Stephanie Vakir, but like she's 49 years old, so like I have to pick Stephanie Vakir, and obviously fuck Trish, and then the other whore, like whatever.
Wow.
You know.
Okay, we've got Street Cook Jefferson. Where are these names coming from? With a $5 super chat. Hey Ralph, I'm enjoying the stream. And then he says something nasty, so I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say the nice stuff. I'm just not going to say the bad stuff. There you go.
Ralph doesn't care. Say the nasty stuff. You'll make more money if you do that.
Hey, Phil, I bring the heat. I bring the heat, brother.
I can't even read the names. If I read this name, I'll get in trouble.
I don't know who you have lined up. I know who you don't have lined up for the 2 weeks, but I know I don't know who you do have lined up, and you know, I bring the heat, and I love that. Like,
we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Right now, it's a pretty crazy start. That's for sure. We haven't even talked about wrestling yet. So.
I know. That's
exactly. You haven't even talked about wrestling yet.
Carl with a $5 super
hour
chat. Thanks
and
for the chill show. I mostly see
wrestling.
both of you from Drama Farmers. It's nice to see two of you in a kind of a
JP. Hello.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm in all the time, unless someone pisses me off because they're trying to drama farm off of me. You know, I really don't engage, as Ethan said. I'm just trying to make content for my audience. I don't want to be doing drama shit. You know, they try to pull my ass into this nonsense. So
they try to pull me into this, and I only talk about it for an hour, guys. But then I tell them no more talking about it.
Drama all the time.
We're talking about it after I'm done talking about it, guys, for an hour.
Okay, we've got a review Dropbox USA with a $5 super chat. Let's see. Ethan, did you face Sting for the TNA World Heavyweight title at Victory Road 2011? The match seemed extremely short.
I did not.
Is that the Jeff Hardy match? Is that the Jeff Hardy match?
Did do that.
Oh, come on.
He was
come on.
Not allowed to participate. Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't know that's
nah, man, that don't fuck me up, man. Are you serious? Like the things people say about me, like that's like the most like weak thing ever. Like Jeff Hardy, first off, Hall of Famer, superstar, but yeah, he showed up completely fucked up.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't see it live. I saw the clip. I was like, oh my god, this fucking guy.
He was fucked up. But guess what? Sting showed up fucked up at 1997 Starrcade. And people don't understand that either. And so one of the reasons they didn't put the like clean title on Sting was because he was in the middle of a pill addiction. And I'm not, you know, criticizing obviously because I've had my own problems, right? But he was in the middle of a pill addiction during Starrcade, and that's why
I've covered it before he got his ass beat when he was in Portugal.
So
because Portugal got his ass beat.
All those guys back then were on something, whether it was the roids, whether it was the pills, the cocaine.
He's drunk and on Xanax, most likely.
I feel like people don't understand that, and again, I'm not calling him
Xanax
out.
Is a hell of a
I've
drug, right?
had my own problems. You know, I'm not talking shit about him. I think Sting is
all right, guys.
Like, I mean, obviously,
I don't want to concern anyone, but we're at 89 people watching. And only 77
that's
likes.
One of the reasons
seems like you guys want
even watch
British take over America.
Skittish and like.
Do you want England to take over America again?
I don't know.
Or are you gonna help me defeat the British by getting us to 100
Cyrax
likes?
with a $2 super chat. Does Ralph ever watch or like King Cobra JFS? I know who that is, but I haven't watched him. I've reacted to some of his stuff. Did you ever see this guy? Did you ever see him eat the weird shit like the snail sandwich and stuff?
Is it the guy that cooks weird shit?
Yeah, it's fucking bizarre what this guy eats.
I have seen it, and I will mute my response for YouTube because like I just think he's weird and
fair enough. I think that's a good that's a good description.
Yeah.
We've
like,
got
I could if I was on Rumble. And that was that alone, I would say something else. But honestly, like, I mean, that would be mean too. Like, I don't wish the guy ill.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Didn't he just lose Marty Biz music?
Only Creative Deconstructionism did a $5 super chat saying there's a fun fact that Ethan won a trophy at his own tournament. Is that you threw a tournament and you won?
That is true. I won.
The rest is history. You know it, Timo.
Championship trophy at my own bowling tournament. That is true. And they think that I have the trophy. The trophy is actually in Virginia at a friend's house. I don't have it. I live in Mexico, Merida actually, but in the Yucatan. But I don't actually have the
Goblin
trophy.
Cyrax.
Yes, I did win the trophy, fair and square, no cheating whatsoever. I won it 100%. Nobody interfered. It was totally on the
Guys,
up
we're just
and
20
up.
away from
There
defeating
was
the British.
no interference
We defeated the terrorists.
whatsoever.
We defeated the communists. Now time to defeat the British.
All right, Silas with another $2 super chat. And he's talking about someone in Hogan, but I don't understand what he's saying, so I'm just going to kind
Cyrax
of
is
move
the
on.
next
Thank you
smart
for the
guy.
$2.
Yes.
Efren with a $2 super chat.
It's literally the only way this could get better. Cyrax.
I don't even know what this is. Another one. It's another thing I don't know what he's saying, but thanks for the contribution. And then we had a tip, a $6.66 tip, so it must be from the devil himself. Let's see here.
DSP.
Okay, here's an interesting one for you, Ralph.
Okay, go ahead.
What are your top 5 ECW wrestlers of all time? Like, what's your top 5 ECW roster?
I mean, Sabu, Sandman,
okay. Rob Van Dam. Sabu, Tommy Dreamer, Raven, and Taz.
Rhino.
Honestly, I probably would have said the same. A lot of people would have put Sandman in there, but
I didn't put Sandman
could have put Sandman in there, but like in terms of, I mean, come on. Like Sandman in terms of entertainment, yeah.
But wrestling skill, nah.
Yeah.
He's entertaining as hell to watch. I get you. I hear that.
Yeah.
We've got
but wrestling isn't all about the
Sapped
skill. It's also about the entertainment.
With a $5 super chat. Awesome show. And of course, they want me to ask you questions about Kino Casino, which I'm not going to do. But thank you for the $5 super chat.
You can if you want, Phil. Man, I'm not scared.
I get it, but I also want to get to wrestling too. You know, these guys they want to extend this all night, and we do need to get to the actual wrestling commentary at some point. So they're trying to pull us into the dramasphere here.
Yeah, I understand.
Kino Tech USA with a $5 super chat. Hello, Phil and Ralph. Would you consider? Oh, I don't know who this is. Do you know who Grace Thorpe is? I have no idea who that even is.
Grace Thorpe, that's RTU
she's
thing.
A skank, and she should be left by the highway. So
I don't know who that is. So there you go.
Was
probably another jab
on the pole. Stop the count.
No, it wasn't even a jab on me. It's a jab on her.
I say 7 minutes ago. I think it's about enough time.
Like I don't know. She's fat now. She used to be cute at 23, but now. Or 22 now, she's 23 and looks like she didn't just smash the, you know, the crash dummies. Do you remember the old advertisements where the crash dummies would hit the wall?
Oh gosh.
Like that's what she looks like now, Phil.
Wow.
And, you know, I feel bad for her, and I honestly hope she can turn it around. I'm not kidding. I actually do. So
we got Double J Gloom with a $5 super chat. Ralph, did you ever watch Vicious Vickers wrestle? I don't know who that is either. So again,
I say as long as Ethan Ross on Xanax, keep himself calm.
His wife accused him of raping her.
Oh my God!
So,
every reference has drama behind it. Every single name we're dropping. Is there a single person we brought up that's not crazy drama somehow? What is going on?
His wife said he raped her,
in their prime. That's what it says, in their prime.
For me too. So
Mae Young in her prime.
Oh my goodness. Alex from Phoenix with a $5 super chat. Ralph, who should have ended the streak? Or did WWE actually book it right with Brock Lesnar? What is your take on that?
No, that was a complete misfire. I don't think the streak should have ever ended, actually.
Damn. Even now, I think he should have kept winning.
So either not end it ever,
Tiger should have kept winning,
or give it to someone who's under the age of 30, signed to a 20-year contract.
Maybe a Punk, maybe like and Punk lost, right?
I was at that WrestleMania. That match was sick. Punk and Undertaker.
It was awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say it was an awesome match. Like. Maybe
Brock
if you're
didn't
gonna put over a Punk, maybe if you were gonna put over, you know, somebody. I mean, the whole point, like, I hate to explain the business to these marks, but The whole point is to have legends put over the younger talent, right?
Right.
And so
exactly, should have been.
Well, Brock was totally not over. How he needed the pump.
Exactly. Yeah. No, he didn't.
Undertaker should have lost to someone much younger.
He didn't need the bump
coming
at
up.
all. It was a shock moment. It was like
she's
a
got $100 super chat. So there's another card pull,
and
guys.
So I'll give them
do more
that.
cards.
Like, that's the only reason I don't just throw it out the window.
I know WWE's are going by looks.
I would have given it to a younger talent.
I agree completely. I think I get the shock factor, but they could have waited and done it much better, in my opinion. So,
yes.
Actually, Real John and Potter gifted a second sub over on Kick. So thank you for that. Wow, this is going on and on, Ralph. This is insane. All right. So just check this out. We just had
I just saw a Hunter spot come in.
Yeah. So we got Silas did another $2 super chat, but it's something silly that I'm not going to read. $100 super chat from Brandon Harris. Screw all the drama. Long live the Ralph Mail. I actually donated to the wrong chat before. I guess I'm a drunken idiot. Whose chat did you donate to? Don't tell me you donated to the Restreamer. Oh, God. That sucks, dude.
Go
That's terrible if you did that. He's
he's a great guy. By the way,
I dropped $100 on Raw Phil. That's hilarious.
Harris is a great guy.
He dropped it on Raw Phil. That's hilarious.
He says, let's keep this man on the show. If it ain't Mersh, screw the other two hosts. Let's go. Well, we are going to have 3 weeks of tryouts, like I said.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to shit on the other hosts. You know, maybe
it's hard to hear me.
I don't know, but like I am down, and I like the remake you did for the graphics too. That's pretty cool.
Thank
you.
You know, so
it's
sit
there and
cool.
nod like a
bobblehead
doll.
Is the actual original ring I used like 12, 13 years ago for the original show. But then I brought in improvements. I brought in new logos, all kinds of shit to try to make it look more modern, to have like a kind of throwback feel.
Like even I'm trying to fight back sleep.
Well, so
yeah, it looks good. I love it.
Shout out to Lady Charisma. She's the one who actually redesigned the logo to be because this is like the modern SmackDown logo, and she redesigned it to say "Smart Guys."
Who the fuck is Lady Charisma?
Is she hot? Is she single?
I would not know. I'm a married man, and I don't pay any attention to any of this.
I say, is Kat gonna be happy about you talking to this woman?
Married, but,
trying to slide into her DMs.
Review Dropbox USA with a $2 super chat. He says, which version of Kurt Angle is your overall favorite? Mine was Perk Angle. Oh, man. Poor
Kurt Angle has asked people to stop calling him that, so don't call him that anymore. Like, the internet agreed. After he said, don't call me that anymore, the internet agreed. Do not call him that.
It actually wasn't, for me, it wasn't Perk Angle. Nah, he was probably on Perks and WWE as well, but like.
Probably, yeah.
It was the SmackDown Angle. That was my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
So.
The original, when he had
it could be Derek.
Yeah.
Or OIC.
All right, guess what? We got 2 more packs of cards to open because we have over $300 of contributions so far tonight. Then we're going to get to wrestling commentary because we do have to get to it, folks, just so you know. But I appreciate
like I said, in their prime. That's why I made sure to say in their prime
tonight. Let's see what we got for our second and third packs of cards tonight.
Yeah, but it reminded Kurt Angle of a very dark time of his life, so we asked people to stop calling him that.
Card pack number 2.
We all agreed not to.
Wait, am I owed a piece of this if we get a rare pull or like?
It's probably worth nothing anyway. To be honest, this is the funny part, right?
Out.
So in the '90s, collecting
Kurt Angle did
so hot, right? Like in the '90s, everyone thought, "Oh, I'm going to get that rare card. I'm going to get that fucking comic book alternate cover." So everyone saved everything. Today, even when you get this shit, the most it's worth is like maybe $100. Like nothing's worth anything of any significance.
$100 isn't worth anything.
Maybe if you get like the autographed rock card,
$100 isn't worth anything. DSP.
You got one of the one.
But if you made less than $100, you'd be pissed.
That's about it. So, all right. So I gotta do the focus again, or else this is not gonna be visible because the stupid camera doesn't autofocus right. There we go. All right. First card of the night from Monday Night Raw. I really should put my glasses on for this.
And he did not just break his neck. He broke his neck and then won the Olympics.
Oh, dude, this is insane. I gotta put my glasses on. Who are these people? I never fucking heard of these people. Who is this one?
So I want to say this, and this is gonna sound mean, but it's Shinsuke Nakamura. It's not Shinsuke.
It's Shinsuke, not Shinsuke, right? You don't pronounce it right that way. Okay.
No, it's Shinsuke Nakamura, and it's Asuka.
You're pulling all these NXT
Asuka,
cards and who is this? Who is this?
Asuka.
Well, stop pulling NXT cards and maybe you might know who they are.
I hate to be.
See you, Greg. Thanks for hanging out.
Dude, I've been playing this game, Suikoden. I've been playing Suikoden for 2 weeks, and I haven't pronounced the name of the game.
Day and didn't end up dead. He's a champion.
It's all good. No worries there.
So
who the hell is Katana Chance? Who is this?
You even lost me on that. I'm not
do we don't know? How are we opening packs of WWE cards? We watch the product and we don't know who the people are.
You open up NXT cards, dumbass.
Yeah.
All right, NXT.
Summer anime is gonna be amazing this year. Can't wait.
NXT.
Yes, NXT.
Another female that I'm not gonna know.
Please let it be Vacker just slamming her pussy into my face.
It's Jasmine. Jasmine? Jasmine Nix. Who the fuck is Jasmine Nix?
Nobody.
Well, the card is nice. You can look at the border. It's like one of those cracked effects.
It looks sick.
Watching Raw and SmackDown is totally
nice,
watching
but
them
the
all,
wrestler
dude.
is questionable. Is it even a wrestler?
I watch AEW. You gotta watch NXT. You gotta watch New Japan.
This one, Hogan.
Impact.
Hogan card. Whoa. And it's
I
don't think it's rare. Nah, it's not one of the rare ones, I don't think. But it is the nice border. It's got
He finally got himself a Hogan.
An actual Hogan card, but I don't think that's the rare one. Because
JB,
the rare ones are
it's been
numbered.
absolute bullshit.
On the front, and this one doesn't
He's high on Xanax right now.
That's not the rare one.
I doesn't know where he is.
Nice. Hogan ripping the shirt. There you go. And then lastly in this pack, oh no. I knew I was gonna get her eventually. It's fucking Nia Jax, man. It's Nia Jax. Terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Nia Jax. All right. Luckily, we have another pack to open. Fucking Nia Jax. All right. So the third pack of the night, maybe the last.
So you're telling me we've had $200 of donos and like we still have more packs to possibly open.
We're going, man. This is crazy. This is a good show,
dude. Like, I mean,
I don't know. Cats.
I don't want to.
That's probably why I like Nia Jax. It reminds me of a cat.
Self out, but like
you're doing a good job. That's for sure. You're getting the people excited. That's for sure. From NXT, what is with all these female? What is this NXT female wrestlers? Who is this,
dude? The NXT, you're missing out, dude. Look,
NXT was better than WWE for a while because
Izzy Dame. Who is Izzy Dame? Again, another one. I've never heard of her. Izzy Dane.
Another dumb whore. But like what I'm saying is you have to
wow.
NXT.
Tell me what you really feel there, Ethan Ralph.
Stephanie,
I'll have to check it out.
Like,
considering all the cards I'm pulling are NXT cards, I guess I have to.
You have to get on NXT. Like, oh my gosh, she's Chilean. She's like, holy shit. Anyway,
we've got this guy I know from because he used to be on the WWE NXT UK show, Mark Coffey. I know the Coffey brothers. And this is the rare variant that has not only
Mae Young only finished 19%,
black and white
same as
Lita.
Well.
So that's the
cool.
That's like
Stacey
the double variant, but it's still not worth anything. It's not the number. The numbered ones are worth something. This is probably worth like a couple bucks, you know. But it's a nice card. The Mark Coffey of the Coffey wrestling family. We've got another dude. Every fucking card is NXT. Jada Parker from NXT. Who? Jada Parker.
I mean, no, I know Jada Parker, but
she any good?
Oh yeah, his pill's gonna kill him.
Yeah, she's good, but she's not Stephanie Vacker. I'll say back here. However the fuck you want to say her name, but no, she's not her.
I swear, I did not buy the box that said it was all NXT. I'm getting literally all NXT. The last card of the night is who the fuck? Let me put my glasses on. I can't even read this one either.
I'm wondering, are these NXT packs? Is dumbass? That's stupid to buy NXT packs instead.
In NXT, every card was NXT. Oro Mensa.
Yeah,
I guess they knew you were coming on. They knew that you watch NXT. It's all NXT cards tonight.
Well, I wanted to get, but it's a lot of content to watch every week, right? Like, so
it is. It is. It's a tough. Even just me watching Raw, SmackDown.
It's 2.5 hours of Raw. It's 2.5 hours or less of SmackDown, or excuse me, it's 3.5. I have mine where it's cut off commercials, right? So I don't have to watch that. So it's like 2.5 hours of SmackDown. It's about 2 hours of Raw. And so to go through all that and to take notes and think about what you want to say.
I said, does DSP actually hang on to any of these cards? Just throw more when he's done.
Itself.
Yeah, it is.
Again, he could give them away.
All right, so we got through 3 packs tonight. If we hit $400 to support, we'll do another. Let's see, we had a few more contributions.
They still not talked about
no
Raw or SmackDown.
What currency this is. Someone tipped me in a foreign currency. I have no idea what this even is, so I'm just gonna ignore it. If you want to tip me in USD, or else I have absolutely no idea what that even is. That's ridiculous.
Wow, way to be nice to your foreign fans.
I've never heard of it. Some country on the other side of the world. It's probably like, Rubonium or something that they're tipping me in. I don't know what that shit is. Okay.
You know what? I tipped you. That was actually me that tipped you in pesos.
The rapper and mail
last 2 days ago. Yeah, that was me. But yeah, anything else? Fuck them.
We got Matt Vickers, who did a $5 super chat. Hi, boys. Loving your new collab. Here we go. Ralph, my wife and I are excited for you to come and visit sometime. She keeps talking about you.
He talks about me and to me a lot, actually. And so I'll just leave it there.
Trying to see where we're at. Nice. So now we're at 374 and climbing. We've got TB with a $5 super chat. How's about a drink, Phil? Oh, I'm drinking, but I'm just drinking filtered water tonight. I'm not having liquor tonight. I actually got to be able to do the show tonight.
Phil, you know what? This is another thing. They're like, Phil's a drunk. Like, that's what they say, right?
He's not drunk. He's an alcoholic. It's totally different.
First off, I don't care if you are. Like, who gives a shit, right? Like, who cares about what another man does with his?
They just money? Try to say anything, anything that they think would be a negative
Phil
toward.
Drinks gin all the time, and he's totally out of it, and you don't ever seem out of it. So
I'm literally on stream. What, like 10 hours a day, 6 days a week? Like, how could you say that I'm out of it? Like, what the hell are you even talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get it. Like, you could say
Xanax or Perk said, "What the fuck?" That Ian's on is
like,
fucking him up.
I can't. I just don't understand. I don't get it.
All right, we got Clammy V, who did I believe this is an Australian super chat, so it's worth 2. Thank you. Thank you, Clammy V. We've got Slayer
Australian
with a $2 Singaporean super chat. He says Izzy Dame is actually part of a culling group in NXT. So I guess that's the name of their faction is the culling. Thank you, Slayer. And then I can't read this. This guy's name is I'm supposed to fucking read that. A $5 super chat. We love Ethan Ralph tonight on Smark, guys. There you go. You're a fan favorite tonight, Ethan. So. And
I appreciate that.
One more.
I came on here to have fun, dude. Like
he's gonna have fun as he almost passes out on stream.
Agenda at all. So
I got one more. It's a $2 tip, but they're trying to ask about something that I don't know about. I'm just gonna say thank you. We have to get to wrestling now, or else we're never gonna get through because we've only got about an hour to an hour and a half to do actual wrestling commentary. So I might actually be skipping a little bit through the shows, so we could actually.
What? DSP skipping wrestling content?
All right.
No. Let's do it. Such a huge fan.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally. An hour and a half into the show, it's time to actually talk. I mean, we did talk about pro wrestling. We just didn't talk about the current product, but now we will.
Yeah.
So this week, we're leading into, WrestleMania. We're on the road to WrestleMania. And WWE is continuing on with their big European tour. Every show is somewhere in Europe, and the crowds are hot, and it's these arenas.
They're making a lot of fucking money.
It's fun because the crowds are so hot right now. This is kind of a great time to be doing that Euro tour. If you get a dead crowd on the road to WrestleMania, it could really kill momentum for something that they plan to be interesting. So I'm happy that they're doing these European tours right now. So SmackDown this week, March 21st, this past Friday, was from Bologna, Italy.
Yep.
3 big matches were on the card. First, it was going to be Jade Cargill versus Liv Morgan in a singles match. Then there was going to be... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say Liv Cargill.
Ethan needs RGB in his background, yes.
Jade Cargill.
I mean, just dark like that.
Actually, I mean, she has potential, but Liv carried the whole match. So
I think what it is with some of these women, like Jade, has the look. Right? She has the look, and everyone likes the look.
Yeah.
She's the new China. Exactly. And people like that. But definitely she gets a lot of push. She gets a lot of attention no matter where she goes. But she's not at the high technical level yet. I think she needs more work. And then she got injured, too, when she was out for a while. So, this is like her first real match back.
Liv totally carried her. She bumped all over the fucking ring. And she won. She should have went over. Now she won by heelish tactics, of course, because she's a heel. But like
Jada's way higher than China.
When it comes to who should have won, it should have been her. And without Liv in that ring, Jade Cargill would be a stiff. I mean, it'd be like me in the ring, right? You know what I mean? Like, so minus, the dark chocolate and all that. But, and I'm not saying she's shit. Like, I don't think she's shit. Like, she has a high ceiling, but she's not yet to reach that.
Let's see.
He's about to pass out. I can't.
Show also
I want to wait for him to pass out. To be
versus
hilarious.
Jacob Fatu in a singles match. It's actually their first match since way back before the Royal Rumble as a singles match. And CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins are all in the building, and everyone is suspecting that they're going to have a crazy triple threat standoff to see, to talk about what happened in that steel cage match the week before. So, first segment of the night, official segment of SmackDown. Randy Orton comes out to his Voices theme. Pretty crazy that Randy Orton's been around voices for so in my long, head, and he still has the same theme song. While so many people go through these different iterations and stuff, that
he doesn't need a different one. He's awesome.
No, it is.
I mean, what you want, Def Rebel to fucking fuck his
probably
shit
feel watched. I mean, not wrong. Probably his fingers the whole time.
No, of course not. And I see we have
guys. We're at 81 likes. Just 19 away from defeating the British.
That's just the fucking assholes view botting.
You know what? Either one like I said, I don't watch. Or one membership. One membership will equal 5 likes. One is become a member.
It's totally
and get us 5 likes.
Trying to do dumb shit.
Why would they even do that?
Because they're morons. Because they're literally just to get attention. There's no point in even bringing it up.
Oh, DSP is at least view body. He's at 9,400 viewers.
I have my notes here.
Move this out of the way.
For the Orton thing.
Yeah.
I thought Orton was great, but Owens. So what makes a great heel is
11,000.
They have a reason to.
11,000 people watching DSP live. And no fucking way.
So everything Kevin Owens has said for the past 6 months.
83 now.
Makes sense. Like it's not that he's psychotic. It's that he is
11,000 people watching. Are you fucking kidding me? There's not a chance in hell, DSP.
Now you could say
no one believes that. No one believes there's 11,000 people watching you.
What makes him a good heel is he has a reason to feel how he feels. Now you still do heelish things, and we can talk about Cena later on, but I thought it was great. I thought Orton and Owens both did great in that segment.
Yeah, you're right. What they're doing with these heels.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I have no opinions of my own.
Drew McIntyre.
Not a single fucking opinion of my own.
He has been screwed over time and time again with these plot lines, and it was always either the Bloodline or Damian Priest, and then he expresses that, and it's everything he's saying is true, but they're still portraying him as the heel in the situation, even though technically he's right about everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what happens in this segment is Orton comes out, and he's going crazy. Again, he's international crowd. The crowd absolutely loves the guy. I think everyone does at this point, even though he's not always a face. Everyone just loves Orton at this point.
Because Orton's awesome.
Done his dues, and he's just a fan favorite. So he basically comes out, and KO comes out. He's interrupted.
Could be people who listen to ASMR and develop tingle immunity.
And KO basically says,
so boring,
I kind of just want to let bygones be bygones. What I did to you, you didn't deserve. I pile drove you those months ago.
$1 equals 20.31 pesos.
And what I actually want to do is I want to team up with you and do a tag match at WrestleMania where it's you and me for the tag titles. And if for one, maybe half second, maybe you think maybe they'll do that. And you're like, no, there's no way they're going to fucking do that. And of course, they turn it around and Orton says, nope, shove your apology up your ass. I'm not going to tag with you. I watched the version that's on
80% of the people
Netflix,
think
and
that
they always
Ethan Russ is going to fall asleep on
he
stream.
calls
Let's
him a
find
bitch,
out.
But then they censor it, so it's hard to say.
Several times, actually, yeah.
I hate that they censor this shit on Netflix, but so
Dude, I
skip leg day, unlike LTG.
Extreme wrestling terms.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
And then they end the segment basically says, I'm going to kick your head off in Vegas. Basically saying he's going to go back to old Orton, the Orton that used to punt people, left and right and didn't really care. Even though people are pushing him as the face, he's going to get his big revenge on on KO at WrestleMania. So I thought the segment was pretty good. It's a good setup. Now we kind of know that's the destination they're going. I'm curious if they're just going to do a regular match, if there's going to be some kind of a stipulation, because if you're going to have like punts and stuff in the match, maybe they got to go no DQ. I don't know. I mean, KO just did the crazy match with Sammy, so I don't know if doing something like that is going to feel special coming off of that match.
I agree, but like, I don't know. It almost has to be like no holds barred or something like that, right? Like
I agree.
I want a steel cage match.
Like, if not,
drugs supposed to feel equal sleepy time.
Because, like, the punt itself is a barred maneuver.
His pills kicked in 20 minutes ago. Yeah, he's struggling to stay awake.
So,
right.
Like,
you know what's a great way to help stay awake though? Hitting that like button.
Really makes sense unless they do something like that. But I don't know. We'll see what they do. I like the idea of Owens versus Orton. The only thing is, you know, I met Kevin Owens. He was Kevin Steen when I met him, but I think he should go over, is what I think, but I don't think he will.
KO hasn't won a match in quite some time. He always has these feuds and he just ends up the loser at the end. It's like,
he ends up losing. Like, he carries the whole feud and then he loses. So
he's the
like,
big jobber at the end. Yeah.
Give
him one. Give him one.
Yes, exactly. I think he should win. I don't think he will, but like,
the other thing is there's really no stakes here. It's not a title match. It's not for, you know, it doesn't matter who really wins the match. It's just going to be a good match no matter what. So I kind of agree. Maybe they should give him the.
I say they're already saying that John Cena is going to win the title of WrestleMania.
So up next was a tag match.
So who should be the one to take it off of him?
Damian Priest and a mystery partner against Nakamura and Drew McIntyre. So Priest comes out to one of the badass entrances. I really like Damian Priest's entrance now with the fire and the rock music, the metal and everything. I think it's kind of cool. And then the weirdest thing, so then it says Jimmy Uso is his partner, but I swear I missed the entrance. I was like, did he come out? Like, was there entrance? I don't know if they cut on, because I watched the Netflix version. They cut the entrance completely. I was like, damn, this fucking guy, his brother's on top of the world. This guy is like a turd. They just like toss him in the ring, you know, they didn't give him a fucking intro or nothing, even though he was the mystery.
Bisexual Undertaker, yes. Bisexual Undertaker would be perfect one.
Yeah. Fat Jimmy. And so, like, anytime they call you big so-and-so, you're fat, right? Like that. It's like
it's weird because they say big Jim. I thought they meant that he was tall, but he's not. Like, he's the same height as Jim.
No, they mean fat Jimmy. That's what they mean. And so, like, I kind of felt bad for him because I was like, okay, they're just calling him Fat Jimmy, basically. But yeah, it was still, you know, a good match.
It was, it started very chaotic.
It was short, but like it was still not a bad match.
In a brief summary, what ends up happening is Priest ran up the ramp to attack Drew. Drew didn't even get to the ring. And then there was a double team on Priest, but then Jimmy came and saved with a big dive. You know, they went back and forth for a bit. It was very short. It wasn't a long match by any means. And Priest ended up going over with the South of Heaven finisher on Nakamura.
Hanging out, Jerry.
He got the pin, he was attacked by McIntyre.
Thanks for everyone who's watching right now.
Face. And basically, McIntyre kind of bent
65
over
live viewers with 86
all I have
likes.
left is this, so I'm just going to keep putting you down. And this is just a follow-up to what he had said the week before, that really it was Priest who had eliminated all of the chances that Drew had to actually get to WrestleMania and have a title shot. He was the one who beat him at Elimination Chamber.
13,000 viewers, guys.
The week before, or the excuse me,
but he can't get any donations.
Had beaten him in big title matches. So kind of he sees him as the thorn in his side, and now I'm just going to make you pay. Hey, I can't win any kind of title. I'm just going to beat the crap out of you all the way through WrestleMania. So I guess it gives him something to do.
Priest went over with the choke time too, so you know, I'm not a huge Priest guy, but like he's a good worker, and you know.
Here's the thing: I like his look. I like his look. I like his entrance. I like his ring work. He doesn't have a story. Like, where's his storyline right now? He doesn't really have anything.
Like, it doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't really move me. Is my only thing. So
we had a LA Knight and Braun Strowman like quick promo in the back. It says LA Knight's gonna watch the match because the winner of Braun versus Jacob Fatu tonight actually will get a shot at LA Knight's US title at WrestleMania. So it's kind of giving some stakes now to the Braun and Jacob Fatu match. This next segment, I hate when they do this. I don't know about you, Ethan. What do you think about the side-by-side interview split screen where the people who are being interviewed are in different rooms? I've never been a fan of this style. I don't know.
I'll tell you this, and so I'm gonna disagree with you actually.
Oh, okay.
Because
you're looking to get banned, disagreeing with the king.
That's the stuff they would do back in like the 80s and the early 90s, and they're split screen and they're talking shit, even into the 90s when they're talking shit. Now I will say Tiffany Stratton came off way worse than Charlotte Flair. She came off like a
Tiffy time
compared to an A+ player. So I will say it worked out less for her, but I like the idea of the split screen promos against each other. Like I like that. I think that's good.
See,
but
if this were the 1980s and we had the talent of the 80s, if this was like Roddy Piper, right, and he was going against Hogan or someone like that, then I'd be like, this was great. The problem is we don't have that caliber of talent anymore. Right, so when you've got Tiffany and Charlotte going at it, first of all, Tiffany to me looks like
Charlotte just owned her, dude. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, first of all, Tiffany didn't even look good. Like her makeup, it looked like she was sunburnt or something. Like the way that they did it, I don't know if it was the camera angle or the lighting or whatever. And then they gave Tiffany this weird script where she was talking about like splashing water or some shit. I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like. It was like Charlotte, you could tell, was probably doing it naturally. She's been doing this for years and years. So she's just talking over her. She's running over her. While Tiffany's like bumbling with a script. Yeah,
and she had a line that said, they're either booing or they're wooing. And I was just like, perfect. I was like, boom. There it is. You won this. Like, there is no, you can't come back from that, right? Like, they're either booing or they're wooing. And she dominated. I like the idea of the split screen segment actually, because that's old.
You just said that,
and
but you not remember because your high as a fucking kite.
But Stratton got dominated. So
I agree. And since this is the build up to WrestleMania, you would hope that each of them would have maybe looked good, but it is what it is, I guess. Charlotte definitely walked all over in that segment.
Yeah, no, she stomped her. Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, she stomped her.
Up next, we had the Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman match, which is now a #1 contenders match for the U.S. title. Jacob coming out. I really like Jacob Fatu's entrance. I don't know why. It just sounds badass to me. It makes it sound like this is a beast coming out, the way that he does it. And then when Braun comes out after, I remember like back in the day when Braun was debuting, he had just left like the Wyatt family, and he was like the big monster among men. He was having these crazy feuds with Cena and stuff like that, and Roman Reigns.
And then he went nowhere.
Now, I'm thinking about that. I'm like, man, this guy has really lost his steam. Like, he
he's
used
definitely
to be like the top dog, the big guy, and now they've got him in kind of these mid-card fights and feuds. And I don't know if that's because he left, because I think for a while he had a falling out with the company and he got let go, and then he came back later. I don't know.
And he's an enhancement talent now. That's what he is, right?
Yeah.
So,
of course, those promos and entrances.
He's not really gonna hold any belts. He's just there to
OMG.
And
it's
unfortunate because
the 88.
Him up like he was like
we're just 12 away from defeating the British. There's 61 people watching. Right meow. We just need 12 of you. That's right, 12 of you.
So
hit the thumbs up button.
I did like that they did the DQ.
For 2 people who become members, we get 10 thumbs up.
And LA Knight next week, and like LA Knight's probably gonna win, obviously, but like.
Jacob will.
At least that gives them
everyone in the business will eventually. What title? Who knows? But they will eventually.
To go off of what Ethan's saying here. So basically, it's a pretty good match, I would say. There's some heavy hits. Strowman Express is getting hit clean. Jacob's getting really good hits. Both guys look really strong. The problem is Jacob Fatu is in the new bloodline. And when you're in one of these heel factions, the plot is always that the heel faction has to cheat to get ahead. And so they just keep interfering. By the end of the match, basically, they just decide to outright attack Braun. And so Jacob Fatu is DQ'd. And of course, he's pissed. He's like, this was my chance at the title. What the hell are you doing? I could have still won. Why are you, getting this stupid DQ finish? So it's official that next week it will now be Braun Strowman versus LA Knight for the U.S. title in London. As the new Bloodline was attacking Braun after the match, LA Knight actually ran out and saved him. And then they had kind of like a little face-off.
Viewbots got paid for
the title match next week.
So it's ending.
Obviously, this is not the end of it. Jacob is either going to be thrown into it later, perhaps at WrestleMania. Maybe there'll be some kind of a plot line with the Bloodline now because he's angry at the new Bloodline for costing him the match.
That turn is coming.
Yeah, I feel it too. I feel like that's gonna fall apart very soon. So
about that.
I want
there was a
LA Knight to do
Kathy
well.
Kelly and Liv
I don't know what it is about LA
back,
Knight, but I just want him to do well.
I just kind of put, it was kind of a pointless filler interview. Didn't really feel like anything of interest happened there.
You know what I said was Liv plays the perfect bitch. And that's what I wrote for that. And she does. And that's what she's supposed to be, right? Like, perfect bitch. And I think she held her own. And she, spoiler alert, she ended up winning her match later on too. So, I thought she did well.
All right, so next match was Piper Niven versus Zelina Vega. Now, for those who didn't see Smark guys last week, what had happened was Zelina kind of wanted to
10 away from defeating the British. We've already defeated the terrorists
for her women's U.S. title.
Russian commies have been put down.
You can't do that
by the
yet.
dogs
I
that
got
they
my
are.
new entourage.
There's 10 away from defeating the British.
I'll go through your new entourage. I'll take on Piper Niven next week. So you think what the plot line's going to be is that maybe Zelina will get a push here and she's going to like start running through the entourage to eventually get to Chelsea Green. But Zelina enters, and again, I'm just gonna say this. I've been saying this the last few weeks. I don't know how you feel about this, Ethan. This music that they have on this fucking show is driving me nuts. Half of the entrances are the worst shitty ass mumble rap or like the women's rap.
Tell the difference. Yeah.
They sound exactly the fucking same. It could be the same song. I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't be able to tell. They could play the same song.
That is a common complaint that a lot of people have.
So it's like,
so finally,
Zelina's
DSP, I agree with you on
debuting because she used to be in the LWO. Now she's debuting on SmackDown. It's her first singles match. Let's give her the same generic fucking song that all the women have already. It's not a good way, in my opinion, to make her stand out. I think it actually was a detriment. They should have given her something.
And also, she put in a hell of a performance in the match itself. And she lost, of course. Spoiler alert to Piper Niven, but like.
Say for once, we agree.
Performance. She carried the match really, but the old interest.
He's just a rebound. It's DSP parody.
Jim Johnson used to do it.
Probably due to licensing, unfortunately, but still, it's so fucking boring.
Like, they all, maybe some you thought were corny or whatever, but you could tell everybody apart, right? And now it's like I can't tell anybody apart from the ones who have the old songs who were made before these fucking faggot
wow
showed up.
There we go.
And so
that's even rough. We all know.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I did think it was a good match between Piper Niven and what's her name? I'm skipping through my notes here.
Zelina? Or are you talking about Zelina?
Zelina Vega. Yeah, it was a good match. It was actually a good match.
Here's the thing that I don't get. So it seemed like they were building up this big plot line, that it was going to be Zelina's going to take on all of the regime. And
I agree with him that the music being so generic sucks.
Chelsea. But if in the first match of that series she loses, doesn't that kind of derail and deflate the whole thing? Like now, even if in future weeks, if she does good, like it kind of sucks because the first chance she had to show that she was strong and that she could hold her own, she failed. So I don't know what they were really getting at there.
I agree with you, but like she also did really hold her on though. Like if you watch the match, like she kicked motherfuckers in the face and she's taking everybody out, and it was only through overwhelming odds that she got defeated, right? And so you're right, she lost in the end. So it is what it is, but I thought Zelina Vega actually held her own and kind of had a chance to shine. Piper Nevin shouldn't be going over anybody. This is
4.9 to 11. He's still dropping.
I don't know. Like Piper Niven, I thought was good. Again, a lot of these
Justin was the man when it came to making music for the.
But then as soon as they tried to adapt them into like the normal WWE style and plot lines,
can you imagine if Stone Cold, Kane, and The Rock came out to the exact same music?
Stupid. So
like,
now
wow,
we're trying to get her
here's The Rock.
This
well, how do you know it's The Rock?
It's Chelsea. It's like
rock music. Well, here's Stone Cold with the exact same music.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wait, guys,
here
comes out Kane
to
the exact same
I just don't know
music.
how they're going to rescue the plot line when she already lost the first match. I guess we're going to have to see next week when they continue.
And then WrestleMania is around the corner. Like I don't disagree, but I will say that Zelina carried the match.
I'll agree on that.
And she got, body blasted by Piper Nevin. I mean,
she flattened
500 pounds, like falling on you, like you can't beat
Yikes.
that, right? So
break
like,
the walls
I agree
down.
With the finish, like if that's the finish you're gonna
George Senda is he's
like,
new co-host.
Yes.
Shout out Cody 101 with the callback to George Senda.
I feel like there's a greater upside, and that's not to say you can't use Piper Niven, by the way, for some good things, but.
Whoever was paying for the view bots ran out of money. Who knows?
All right, let's see here. We've got.
Let's see. How do you have 11,000 people watching, but you have
Kathy,
the exact same people contributing
Kelly.
every time?
And Kathy says, "Are you ready for Liv? Are you ready to return? This is your first match back since you've been out, after the attack." She basically says, "Yeah, I'm ready, and when I'm done with Liv, Naomi's next." But it's just to me.
So when your wife is that size, can you really be fat shaming
Jade
anyone?
Is the one, she's the athlete, she's the view, she's not the talker, that's for sure. Like when she's in this interview, I'm like,
yes, guys, we're not just 8.
Can I say this?
Count it 8.
Jade Cargill
Count it
sucks.
8 away from defeating the British.
I'm just gonna be real. Jade Cargill fucking sucks. The only thing she has going for her is her look, and she's not really attractive either. Like she has.
See ya, Hall. Thanks for hanging out.
Physical look. I mean, she's not ugly, but like it's also not like, whoa, gotta have her, So I feel like Jade Cargill is massively overrated. She's massively overpaid, and the fact that she's been put in a prime position like this is ridiculous. Liv Morgan is an absolute fucking superstar. She's like Alexa Bliss ×2. And so
gotta love Alexa Bliss.
I'm tired of Jade Cargill. I wish she would just go away.
So this was the match. We had Liv come out first, and I actually never heard them say this before. They call her the Liv-Alisa, like the Mona Lisa, because they were in Italy. I was like, all right, that's kind of funny, the Liv-Alisa. Jade comes out, and this is the first time I've ever seen Jade Cargill's entrance, right? Because she was out during that entire time that I was watching.
Yeah.
And her entrance is interesting. I think they're trying to make her look like Storm from the X-Men because she's got the white hair and then they got like snow coming down, right?
Look. That's the thing, DSP. She has the look. She has the physicality, but that's all she has. If you watch the match, and I've seen, like, I don't want to brag. I don't even know how many matches. 10,000. And who carried the match?
I don't know if you're really going to be bragging about something like that.
And Liv Morgan won. She's the heel. She won through heel tactics. But she was supposed to win because, like, Jade Cargill sucks. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like,
Tell me how you really feel, Ethan. Tell me how you really feel.
Championship is a disgrace. And so, I don't, of course, WWE is not going to listen to me. But, like, this is insane. She sucks. Now, that's not
Jade
to
is
say she
fucking
can't
amazing.
get better. She can get better. But she's not on the level of Liv. She's not on the level of Stephanie Vakir. You talk about, like, king, like, just queens. Like, I mean, they could immediately take over the whole fucking roster, Stephanie Vakir, on the main roster right now. And then Liv Morgan, who's been putting in work for a year. And what about Alexa Bliss?
Alexa
Where
Bliss
is
is
she?
back.
Also an all-time fucking legend. Who, like, I just am stunned that they're pushing this. What? Because she's a and again, I'm not. It's not. It has nothing to do with.
He about to drop that word.
She's just a big black chick who's muscular and like she can slap people. Like that's it. And so
he almost dropped the N word. We were so close to perfection.
Everything she does sucks. And so Liv carried the entire match and she won deservedly so.
Yeah, basically to summarize the match, Jade starts hitting
wow,
all these
he
power
almost
moves,
dropped that word.
Know, everything you would expect someone with that body to do, that kind of a build. Liv, about halfway through the match, finally kind of starts reversing and taking
that's a great way to describe it,
but
Darth
then
Wade.
at the end, the ending is where it sucks, because I wish that they had a real match with a real ending. Naomi comes out, distracts the ref, hits Jade with the belt. So now Jade gets like clobbered, and then Liv wins with the cheap,
but
1,
she's
2,
a
3.
heel, though, right?
She,
like,
I mean,
so
it makes. I agree, but at the same time, I would have liked to see Jade either win legit or see Liv beat her clean
as
instead of having. But I get it; it's going to build up the plot for WrestleMania. We're going to see Jade versus Naomi, so I get it. I know why they're doing it.
Yeah, it's a heel finish. I understand what you mean. Like, of course, we would rather have a clean finish, but like, it was meant to further the Naomi Jade feud, right? It really
someone paid up for their
Liv, but if you watch the actual match, which I watched the entire match, and
how's anyone going to be able to report him for using ViewBots?
All around
Will
the
YouTube care?
For a person who is sort of green when it comes to, and I use that term for folks who know, maybe, sort of green when it comes to wrestling. And it's not that she can't be better. She can. Like, I'm not saying she sucks and like, oh, it's over for her. That's not what I mean. But she's not Liv Morgan. She's not, she's not even Bianca Belair. She's
Bianca
not
Belair.
Any of these ladies who are already primed and ready to carry the torch. And I just fail to understand why they're pushing her so hard.
Well, we'll see how this feud gets built up towards WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't know yet.
Hey, if she wins the title, like she's gonna, I don't know. If she does something at WrestleMania, okay. But like, are you?
Yeah, 1K would be you. I mean, I might be able to believe 1K because there's Ethan Ralph on.
No.
But 18,000, not a chance. There's not a chance you get 18,000.
Like Jade Cargill,
Adrian and Snood couldn't handle this.
This was the first time I've ever seen her because again, she's.
How the fuck does have 18.4K people watching?
So I gotta get caught up. I'm the one who's being,
What you saw? Did you see like, oh wow, this is somebody?
It was okay. Again, it was like a typical big man, big woman, like China back in the day kind of a deal. And again, first time I'm seeing it, I'll reserve my judgment till I see more. But I hear you. Like she was in she was in AEW. They did the same thing. Now she's in WWE. They're doing kind of the same thing. They're pushing the big woman. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if she has that star power or not.
It's not gonna go very far. And I see people talking. See one person actually talking about Alexa Bliss botched all the time.
69 people watching. Noise.
Pussy blind. Guess what? Alexa Bliss was the most.
We're not at 100 likes yet.
On the roster, you dumb fat.
100 likes with 2 memberships, we'll be at our goal to defeat the British.
If you can't understand that, then you're stupid. I don't know what to say. And there's a reason there was a pop when she came back. There's a reason that people still love her to this day. And it's because Miss Bliss, that's why. A botch. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you're talking like a classic IWC nerd. Somebody fucked up a move. Who cares? Like, this shit is not real. Like, I hate to spoil the bubble for you.
So yeah, he knows his ViewBot, so he's gonna ignore it. He knows it's 100% ViewBot, so he's got to ignore it, not bring attention to it.
Was the most over woman on the fucking
18,000 viewers, 200 likes. Fuck.
So you're talking to me like Jade Cargill could carry her fucking boots? Are you fucking serious? Anyway, I'll leave it there because
it's all good. It's all good. You gotta, that's fine sometimes.
I did cut myself, Phil.
You did. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. Like,
all right. So up next, Drew McIntyre gets interviewed in the back, And basically, it was what we were talking about earlier with the same thing with KO. He basically says, listen, no one can prove anything that I've said recently is wrong. No one can poke any holes in my logic whatsoever. These people keep screwing me over, and it's not fair, and I've had enough.
More
I'm
Ethan
beat
Ralph,
the shit out of
less
Damian
DSP.
Priest. I'll see him in London.
We don't care about
And
DSP. We want Ethan Ralph.
Basically, like, kind of a really clear-cut promo. But then all of a sudden, Seth Rollins walked up to him, looked at him, and laughed at him, which kind of is taking a stab at him. He's like, haha, I'm the guy who just beat your ass recently. And then he came, the crowd just started going crazy, I guess, because they still like Seth. So a little backstage.
They did. They really did start singing his songs and everything. Yeah.
They were crazy for him. But we'll talk about that later on in the show. Street Profits have a match. They are the new tag team champions of SmackDown. They come out and have a brand new theme song. And just like Zelina Vega, it's another generic mumble rap song. I can't understand any of it. It's just another crappy.
Give them real theme songs, people.
So they come out, and tonight they have a match with, I think they're called, are they Los Garza? I don't even know what their name is.
Los Garza, yeah.
Los Garza. And I know who they are because, like, when I was watching 5 years ago, one of them was just, like, coming into prominence. Like, so now they're a tag team or whatever.
I don't blame you.
They're all right. Like, I would say the match was okay.
I had to look it up myself, to be honest with you. But, yeah.
The match was all right. What I liked was Montez at one point was at a top rope. It looks like he was going to get hit by a finisher, and they did their double finisher on him, and he flips out of it and lands on his feet. And I thought that was an awesome spot because he is really athletic, Montez Ford. And to see him be able to...
Montez Ford is a superstar and could be a champion.
Hell yeah.
Soon, hopefully.
I agree, and I think they were giving him a push a couple years ago like that, and it never really went anywhere, which is a shame. But I'm glad to see the Street Profits back up on top.
I already know a couple of years ago. I thought you were watching a couple of years ago.
And then he does his insane.
How could you know about something 2 years ago, dude? You weren't watching back then.
To beat the Los Garza. So now it looks like it's going to firmly be Pretty Deadly, who are going to be the number one contenders coming up for the titles, and that's going to be the next, the next rivalry will be Street Profits versus them. Paul Heyman shows up.
Street Profits are gonna win.
12K.
I think
12K viewers now.
I think so too. Paul Heyman shows up in a backstage segment arriving, but the weird part is he arrives by himself.
They're trying to put everyone watching to sleep, aren't they?
Can we just say, like, I mean, look, I'm just saying, like, I love.
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. I want to cut the blonde one.
He's getting old. He's getting big, and it's a problem. All these people are just—they've been on TV for so long. They're falling apart, and that's what happens when you get old.
It's tough at this point, man. Like, God bless.
So the mystery is with Paul Heyman arriving by himself. Is he going to ally with anyone? Is he allying with Roman Reigns tonight? Is he allying with CM Punk tonight? Like, no one really knows who he's really in the corner of. Why is he showing up here tonight? It's kind of the big enigma as he arrives. Let's see here. So, Pretty Deadly and DIY have a little backstage thing. And, Pretty Deadly is fighting Street Profits next week on SmackDown. And I guess they're saying, next week, if we make sure that you win, make us first in line for a title shot. That's DIY. So DIY is basically saying, we're going to make sure that you guys win, and then give us the rub. Give us the title shot next week. And they say, no, boy, no deal. So I guess Pretty Deadly are faces in this situation. I don't know, because I don't really know the tag team or whatever.
It's funny because...
So you've been watching since...
This made no sense to me.
Before Royal Rumble, and you have no idea who these people are.
I mean...
What the fuck? How do you know who any of these people have you been watching for months now?
Supposed to be heels, but... Like, maybe they're not heelish enough.
I see, Ethan Ross about to fall asleep to be hilarious.
I thought when Street Profits came back, I thought they were heels because they were attacking everyone with chairs. But now they're faces. It's like, okay, I can't make heads or tails of this plot line. It's very confusing.
I didn't understand that. I agree with you.
Guys, we were so fucking close.
Because I was like,
we're now at 96 out of 100.
Should have took that.
Just 4 more likes.
And
4 more likes, and we have defeated the British.
Yeah,
the British shall never take back the colonies.
I didn't get it.
We made tea drinking islanders trapped forever.
Get on my desk right now. Come on, Cleo, if you want to come up here, that's fine. But yeah, I didn't get that. Pretty Deadly.
At the very end of the segment, the Motor City Machine Guns walked up.
Turn them face at some point, like I don't know, but
yeah, the Machine Guns walked up and teased DIY, and we're like, ha ha. So now you guys are at the back of the line with everybody else. So I guess DIY really isn't in any kind of a title picture right now. All right, so main event, a SmackDown, the big confrontation. It's going to be Roman, CM
12
Punk,
Monkey.
Seth Rollins.
Getting us
gonna
up
have
to
it okay?
98.
So Roman comes out
We're at
as
98.
the OTC with Paul Heyman.
2 away.
Okay. But the weird thing, and I've been calling this out ever since Roman returned weeks ago, is that he's wearing a T-shirt that actually says YTC.
And
it's
that's just my internet.
So he's not
the original tribal chief is what OTC stands for, right?
That's right. So I think YTC is supposed to now be your tribal chief because he won that necklace. He won the hula, whatever the hell it's called, the Hawaiian necklace thing. So I think that's he's changing
almost back up to 18,000 guys. Guys, don't you want to keep him at 18,000 viewers?
So everyone still chants OTC. His screen entrance still says OTC, but he's wearing a shirt that says YTC. I don't know why they just don't change it so that people can understand what's going on. I would assume they're probably selling the YTC shirt, but I don't know why they haven't really talked about it yet. So crazy amount of chants and pops.
I agree with you, by the way. It's so funny because you picked up on the same thing I did, and I'm like, it doesn't really make any sense. I
don't know what they're holding out for. They could easily just announce this any week,
And I'm glad you brought up this segment because I finally got my notes back up. CM Punk got by far the loudest cheers of anybody in this segment.
Well, yeah, he's CM Punk. What do you expect?
So, like, he blew the roof off.
We have done it. 100 likes. We have defeated the British. All of America's enemies have been vanquished. USA. USA.
Do me a favor, Paul.
Yes.
And Paul's like, oh, no, what do you mean? Not right now. Not right now. You don't mean right now, right? And then Punk looks at him, and then all of a sudden,
24K views, guys. 24.6K views.
Back at him, and
gonna hit 25K soon.
Sneaks attacks him basically, and then
we're so close to 25K. Like, come on, get to 25K there, DSP.
I can't predict what'll happen.
I've defeated the British, the communists, and the terrorists.
There's 2 or 3.
Will you be able to defeat the trolls by getting 25,000 view bots?
So one is, Reigns just super Reigns wins, or Punk wins via Heyman cheating
the favor,
and joining with Punk, and we get the Punk versus Cena feud right after once Cena wins the title against Cody, or we have the other option is Heyman joins with Rollins. Now
the wild card,
like, yeah, that's the wild card. That's the dark horse that can happen. But that's my view on the situation. I think almost I think Cena has to win at WrestleMania.
He's gonna win,
honestly.
Break the title. That's why they got Ric Flair there.
But
Ric Flair's gonna be live in attendance.
For me, for everything that's going on in SmackDown right now, okay, this is like the big thing. Like, I get it that, there's going to be other title matches and things going on. But for me, like, I think that this triple threat is going to be very exciting because you got the 3 guys that maybe you thought they were going to be in the title picture. You thought they were going to win the Rumble. You thought they were going to win the Elimination Chamber. And none of that came to fruition, but they're all big highlight stars. They're top of the marquee.
33,000 people watching him live, guys.
Putting them all together like this.
God, I hope someone's supporting him to YouTube review botting.
I'm down for this match. Like, first I wasn't sold on it.
Yeah, and
now
his chat is still super fucking slow.
To build it,
imagine that.
I actually think that this match is going to be pretty good, and I'm getting excited for it. Now, this segment was good. It solidified the match that this is going to happen. And you have the X factor with Heyman. You don't know which way he's going to go. You don't know if this is going to lead into future plot lines with either Cody Rhodes or Cena. I'm liking this match for sure. I think this is the best thing right now on SmackDown, and I'm actually looking forward to them kind of hyping it up further in future weeks.
I agree 100%. Like, I'm usually like triple threats can be good, but usually they're not. They should be used sparingly. Let's just put it that way. But like, I think this is perfect in terms of those 3. It should be the main event on night 1. Goes without saying, right? This should be the main event on night 1, and whatever Paul's favor is or whatever he owes, it should be called in on night 1 of WrestleMania. Now, maybe that favor, he has a direct line with the final boss too, right?
Right.
Maybe that favor includes him, CM Punk being included into the main event on night 2 as well, right? Like so, like we really don't know. Like, I mean, that's speculation.
We're at 39,163, guys.
I think this should be the main event on night 1. Those 3, even without the special favor being called in, this should be the main event on night 1.
All right, cool. All right, that was SmackDown.
I mean, what else is gonna be the main event? Jey Uso and Gunther? Hell,
I agree. That's gonna,
I feel
that's a
Jey Uso.
jerker match. That's an opening match for WrestleMania.
No, you open that. You could really
41,743 watching, guys.
Great.
DSP is having a great stream.
That's not. No.
He's gonna have to make sure he probably deletes this whole thing to make sure.
All right.
That there's
so
no
before we
evidence
get
of it
to
for
Raw,
YouTube.
I want to do a few more shout outs for contributions that came in while we were talking about SmackDown. I think we may have to open one more pack of cards, and then we're gonna do Raw, and that's gonna be the show. So
wow, we still got a whole nother wrestling show to go.
Gamer with the $2 super chat. So
we still have a whole nother wrestling show to go. Where we're at 42,905 people watching.
With a $5 super chat.
42,847 watching.
It's something to do with your past, so I'm not going to read it because I'm sure that's probably something private or personal. Review Dropbox USA with a $2 super chat, and they said, Ralph, what? He's asking if your favorite wrestling romance was Lex Luger and Miss Elizabeth. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
No, actually, my favorite wrestling romance would be, I mean, it had to be Macho Man and Elizabeth, right? Luger and Elizabeth didn't have a happy ending, so no.
Right, right, that's for sure.
Holy they were mad because I tweeted about that recently, and I was like, "Fuck you, Luger." But Luger's going to the Hall of Fame. It wasn't his fault.
Tell me how you really feel.
Bitch OD'd. Like, he didn't make her take those pills. Like, whatever, shit happens. Like, so.
Wow, shit happens, huh?
All right, we've got
like
Andrew
with a
$20 super chat. Ralph is a king. Stay up, brother. All right, that's very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's a nice comment too. Lord Licorice with a $2 super chat. Hey, happy birthday, PFP. Enjoy the L tonight. There you go. I don't know if it's actually his birthday or not. I have no idea.
I think it might actually be his
Greg
birthday.
with a $3 Australian
happy
super
birthday,
chat,
PPP.
which is about the equivalent of like $2 USD. And he says, he's saying something about you I'm not going to read. The FBI YouTube division, which I'm sure is official.
You know what? Read it.
No, I'm not going to read that. I'm on YouTube. I'm not going to read that. I know what it's a reference to, so I'm not going to read that.
Fair enough.
So the FBI YouTube division with a $5 super chat says everyone hit like because Perspicacity is trying to flag the stream down tonight. I don't know if that's true or not.
You know what?
Everyone on the planet tries to flag my streams down. It never works.
Ralph is not soft. He's high as a fucking kite.
I think he was looking forward to it. We had a parting of the ways, and he hates you actually, which I never really understood. He was a co-host of mine for I don't know, maybe like a year. I never really understood the hate toward you, Phil. Like I just
because you don't know the lore,
get it, right? Like I said this before on my own show.
If you knew the lore, you would know why.
I can understand people hating me more than I can understand them hating you, right? Like I really just don't get it. And of course he knows all your lore and all this stuff. And supposed lore, right? Like who knows? Right? Like supposed lore. But he did seem excited for our crossover, and I think it's been great so far. So
far so good. I'm having a good time. So all right. And our last contribution to shout out before we get to Raw, Melvin the Weed Wizard with a $5 super chat. This is a great show so far. You two have great
Weed Wizard.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that you guys like it. And we now have a fourth pack of cards to open quickly before we get to Monday Night Raw. If you can believe, I might go do the whole box. This might be the. I only had 7 packs.
Guys, we're totally owning PPP. We've totally owned PPP, guys.
Okay, you know what? Like, it's gonna be hard to beat me. I'm not gonna lie. In terms of like 4 pack, that means $400 were earned.
That's right.
So that means Ethan Ralph gets 200.
It's gonna be hard to top the Ralph amount. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's gonna be hard. So, open this real quick.
Guys, we own
gonna step away.
PPP.
Yelling at me. I have 2 cats. You have Jasper. How many cats do you have?
Just the one. Just Jasper Kitty.
Just the one. You're lucky. I have 2. But I'll be right back. And if you pull something amazing, definitely save it to show me.
Sure. Absolutely. All right. Let's do it, guys.
Don't pull it on the stream again, DSP.
Pulls
Just
here.
saying.
So our first pull of the night here, Monday Night Raw. I'm going to have to get my glasses again. Actually, I didn't even know that this guy is on Raw. I know he was on NXT. I didn't know that he got promoted to Raw. Ilja Dragunov. I know that he had been the NXT champion for a while, and he actually had been in that. Oh, hold on. I got to do the focus. He had been in that feud with Gunther before Gunther actually got promoted to the main roster. And he is a big guy. Like, everyone liked him, right? But I haven't seen him on Raw. Apparently he's on Raw, but he hasn't been on Raw since I watched Raw in January. So I don't know. I don't know where he is in the roster right now. Ilja Dragunov, right? Okay. Up next, we've got a legend card. Okay. It is.
The Hogan?
Hold on.
Hogan.
Stacy Keibler, who I can't remember. I don't think we had this one yet. I don't think so. And this is a variant anyway, as you guys can see. This is the variant of Stacy Keibler.
Stacy Keibler won the poll earlier, guys.
The chromium border.
Keibler. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. What was it? Was it 48-inch legs? I can't remember.
The best
I don't
legs.
remember.
Oh my God. I
remember the ring entrance. I definitely remember the ring entrance. That's for sure.
Well, he was in WCW first, by the way, Standards and Practices. But she went to WWF. See, I'm going old school. She was in WCW first. Then they hired her, and they had a statue of her legs and her ass.
Wow.
And her legs, I believe they were either 48 or 58 inches long.
Wow, 48, I think.
And if you see her now, look her up. Well, you don't have to do it right now, but like, look her up now. And Trish has aged great, but she's had a little work done. No problems, right? Like, she did good work.
Right.
But like, Stacy Keibler is a goddess. And
Stacy Keibler is still amazing.
Whew.
We've got the variant too. This is the chromium and the black and white variant. Again, I doubt it's worth anything. It's probably worth like $4.
I'll buy it from you. How much?
There you go. Oh, for you, $27. I'm just kidding.
All right. Ethan Ralph would kill him.
I might pay $27 for that
He'd
motherfucker.
cross the board, come up there and murder DSP for that.
Are you serious? Like, I am a Stacy Keibler complete stan because she never had any work done, and she's come so beautiful to now. And Trish is awesome too, but she had a little work done. I don't blame her. Like, if you're on TV and you have work done, it's normal, right? But like, Stacy Keibler is just goddess.
This next card might actually be my favorite one out of all the ones that I have had.
Oh,
it's not even a rare one.
Iron Sheik.
Card. But
it's the Iron
Sheik, who is a fucking badass. Rest in peace to the Iron Sheik.
No. I want the Keibler. Are $27? Are you serious? Like,
I was just kidding. No.
we're gonna have to negotiate over the Keibler. By the way, Iron Sheik, you're right.
He's such a badass. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Miss him. He's such a funny guy. You know, after he retired, he did all kinds of funny stuff on the Howard Stern show and stuff. Just a really
and he was always fuck Hulk Hogan on Twitter,
which was really nice of him to tweet at.
Are you serious?
Joke conversation. Yeah, you know, you could pay him and he would like do like a razzing tweet. Yeah. It was exactly right. It was funny. I went back and forth. I said, Sheiky, baby, I love you, man. And he was so cool about it. He's like, I love you too, man. He's such a good guy. So rest in peace to the Iron Sheik. That's why it's my favorite card right there.
RIP, indeed.
And then we have the last one of the pack. It is, who in the holy hell is this? What the? I never even heard of this guy either. Tank
Dude, I want that.
Ledger.
I want that keyboard.
Who the hell is Tank Ledger? Who is this fucker?
That's him I ever heard.
Another NXT. Tank Ledger.
You know, I quit watching wrestling for like a year and a half during COVID because I couldn't watch wrestling without a crowd.
I agree. It killed it. It killed it without the crowd, man.
It sucked. I just could not watch it. There was one match I did watch, and it was the cinematic match between Undertaker and AJ Styles. But
yes.
Other than that, I just could not watch it because it was garbage, and it's not the wrestler's fault, but like without an audience,
without the audience to build energy from, yeah, it probably does suck trying to be a wrestler out there.
Ledger can fucking suck on a.
There you go. All right, we have a
yes.
Woke Center Left did a $5 super chat. He said, good to see Ralph Unleashed.
Who knows how to use
YouTube
Google,
again.
dude?
I don't know why the Woke Center Left would be saying that, but I do appreciate the contribution.
Woke Center Left likes me, man. Dude, do you know?
Guess so.
Like, we could do this forever. Like, you don't like. The funny part is we talked a little bit at the beginning about drama and stuff like this, and we talked about wrestling and cars and all this stuff. We could talk about territories. We could talk about history. There's so much shit we could do with this show. Like, and again, I'm not trying to, if you like.
Here is the thing. Right now, this is the road to WrestleMania. It is important to cover the shows, but in the future, when things slow down, because they will, undoubtedly after WrestleMania, shit slows down. The shows get tiresome. There could be special episodes where we have conversations that are not even about the current product. We can talk about.
You have backlash. Backlash is still pretty important as part of
It
WrestleMania.
could be once, twice a month.
It's like I said, I can rotate hosts out too. Like
those are pretty important.
You could be a recurring guest every once in a while. Just come back for the show, depending on how things go.
I will just say this, and I'm sure. I'm not speaking for you, but I'm sure you were afraid like I was gonna come on here and try to like fuck with you or like say some things.
Well, hold on, because we still got to do Raw, so that could still happen. All right, we could still happen.
But like, I mean, you probably thought that though, right? Like, oh, Ralph, who knows? Well, you know what? If somebody
would have been a funnier show if Ralph had done that.
I'm straight up with them, and so. That's just how I roll. And so
good. I appreciate that. Me too. Like, I have no beef with anyone.
Tight.
People always have beef with
down to 8,800 guys.
8,800
people are not watching
I don't understand. What is the problem with Phil Burnell DSP? Like, I do not understand this at all. It's totally foreign to me. They call your supporters dense. Actually, the people who hate you are dense. That's what I don't understand. And believe me, I would love you to turn back into the king of hate because I was on
the fence. Either this show would suck or
I love that. Like I love
wailed out on it. So far, he's been wailed out on.
Like that's what drives me. Like that makes me happy. But like. You made a choice to say, you know what? I want to get away from that. I just want to do fun content. I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the king of hate. Well, I do. First off. Second off, like, why are they punishing you for that? Right? Like, I don't understand.
I want to step out of it. I want to step away, and I just want to do calm stuff. I don't need an audience of thousands. I just want to chill, and they don't like that. Yeah,
it's just like I just want to do a fun, happy show, and maybe I choose somebody out here every once in a while, but like it's not hate, it's just talking shit. Like it's just part of the.
It's just like that. It's back to 2,600,
right? Like
526. There it is,
man.
That's his real number. 526, 530. He's finally back down to where he should be.
Like I just don't understand it. So
530 people watching.
We've got roughly 30 minutes left in the show. What I'm going to do, I took very good notes on the John Cena, Cody Rhodes promo.
So did I.
So all I want to do, let me read through it, and then we'll comment on it. But let me get through it so we hit on all the points, so that way the audience knows what happened too. So
that's what we
Raw
needed to
was
see. We need
this
to see
Monday
those
on March 24th in Glasgow,
really
Scotland. There's a Glasgow or Glasgow. I forget how to pronounce it.
And he's throwing stuff in the bathtub while he's taking a bath.
CM Punk is there tonight, and it's announced officially. Yes, there is the triple threat match between him and Roman Reigns and Seth at WrestleMania. Lyra Valkyria will have a match against Raquel Rodriguez for the Intercontinental Women's Championship tonight. Dragon Lee will have a singles match against Chad Gable. Penta will have a Intercontinental title match against Braun Breaker. That's actually Penta's first title match since debuting in WWE back in January.
Go Penta.
And they announced 10,924 fans in attendance, which is bizarre because for the entire time they've been in Europe, they haven't done this yet. And now the fourth show in Europe, they finally start giving attendance numbers. So
I can believe it though.
I know. I believe
it.
Here's my theory. I think the theory is the arenas they're in the U.S. have higher attendance. The arenas they've been in Europe have smaller capacity.
Well, look,
they were afraid to announce the smaller capacity and make it sound like less people were showing up, when in reality, it's just that the arenas were smaller.
Are way hotter.
Correct.
And so you look, they sold out MSG, dude. I was at MSG in 2019. I was at WrestleMania in 2019. I was at New Japan in 2019. You can't trust any number from a wrestling corporation, right? Because
probably not.
It's a work, right?
That's true.
But when I was sitting there, and I have the video, maybe I'll post it after, of Stone Cold flipping off the audience in front of 19,000 fans. Maybe I'll post that. But I was there for that, and I don't think they're lying. Like they sold out Elimination Chamber. They sold out Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they're doing great. Their attendance is great.
Sell out Royal Rumble. WrestleMania. Like they're killing it. Like this is what I told somebody else the other day, and they said, "Why would you want to do a wrestling show with Phil Burnell?" And I said,
because I need the money. I really do. I need the money to pay my bills.
Phil's not totally dumb to the business. He knows what it is. And second off is
sucking off.
I consider myself
kinky, but all right,
a Smart Up fan. Who was born into this business, basically, right? And Memphis. I'm from Memphis, and so
you've mentioned that multiple times, dude. We know
that's my life. Like I this is my lifeblood, and so they said, "Why do you have to have Phil?" I don't have to, but the semi-casual fan.
He was born in Memphis, Tennessee, which was pretty big back in the day for wrestling. As one of the territories, but doesn't mean you were born into it. It's not like you're Cody Rhodes or Dwayne Johnson.
So, right, or
Ted DiBiase. Better go fuck up his whole.
All right, let's get to the John Cena promo.
Internet Mark can say, "Oh well, this shit is fire," but it doesn't matter unless the casuals are involved, and if they're not involved, then it's a loss. So anyway,
John Cena comes out, but it's his old promo or his old music again, going in line with what he said last week, that you're going to get no new music, no new merch, no new promos. It's just going to be the same thing. You don't deserve anything new. The entire arena erupts with John Cena sucks chants. It's overwhelming. All of Glasgow is just saying John Cena sucks. Says the last time is now both on the screen and on his towel and on his shirt. That's what they're still going with. So he hits the ring. He says, "Hey, something on your mind? I turn the spotlight on you, and I can tear any one of you guys apart that I want." And then basically he starts saying about how he tore that kid apart the week before. you know, in the arena.
And
but
he did. Yeah.
And he did. That kid who was standing there probably was not expecting that John Cena was going to go at him like that when John Cena's always been the face.
But you know that kid gave an interview, right? And he said, I knew John Cena was in character and I still love John Cena.
Well, that's nice. It's good to know that the kid was smart enough to
know
that.
He really said that.
You guys are annoying. It was nice to know that the kid that John Cena pointed at and was like trash talking, like he's a young kid, but he's like, it's John Cena. It's a character he's playing. I know this isn't real. I know he's just, no, this is his character. This is the script that they wrote. He's coming out reading the script, doing as he's told. I know that. I still love him. He's still my hero. Like, that was fucking amazing. Like, this, like, maybe 8-10-year-old kid is more mature than both these assholes combined. That 8 or 10-year-old is more mature than both these assholes combined. He's there. He's loving it. It's like, are you kidding? My hero pointed at me and talked trash to me? I get it. It's a character he's playing. This is the greatest day of my life. My hero looked at me, noticed me, talked shit to me. Like, are you kidding? Do you know how big a deal that is for me? Like, I am loving that for him. I'm so happy that the kid was so happy with that. Like, was what happened? I'm like, is that a plant or something? Is that like a referee's kid or something? And like, no, just the kid is loving it. Like, I'm so happy for that kid. That's going to be something he's going to remember for life.
I'm not kidding. He actually said that. He said, you know what? I knew John Cena was in character. And
that's good.
Yeah.
So John says, you know, it is weird because did you know WWE officially posted that kid's face all over the internet? And basically you memed this poor kid getting destroyed. You're all horrible people for that. How dare you meme that kid all week? Shame on you. You'll pay for the abuse that you put him through. You'll pay for the abuse that you've put me through all these years. This was all just me playing a big game of 4D chess with all of you. I was putting you through a big testing process. He says all of your lives are sad. Your life is as good as it's ever going to get. To me, you're just a rat in a cage in my experiment.
Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage.
These promos from Cena for the record.
Someone will say what is lost can never be saved.
Amped up for WrestleMania.
Despite
he says,
all my
look at this,
rage,
even
I
as an
am still
experiment,
just
right?
a rat in a
so
cage.
he starts saying things. He's like, so when I say this, you'll
stick
do
my head
this.
now.
When I say this, you'll do this. And the crowd starts saying, what? What? The old Stone Cold response to everything. The what phrase.
Yeah, the what?
And then he says,
Stone Cold will be at WrestleMania. Like,
oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, I'm sure he will. I don't know if he'll do anything, but that's awesome. Hopefully he will be.
With his injuries, probably not, unfortunately.
So Cena goes, when I speak in rhythmic tones, you say, and then everyone goes, what? So they all played right into his hands. He knew that they were going to do the what chants, and he just immediately showed that he could control the crowd whenever he wanted, and it was actually really well done. He goes, it's so simple with you people. In April 2005, I gave you the WWE spinner belt. And
I still like the
spinner belt. Me alive for that.
The spinner belt was
the
cool.
toy belt. You said I was disrespecting the WWE's legacy, and then he says the best line in my opinion. He goes, I am going to ruin wrestling for all of you, all the fans, all the wrestlers, everyone. At WrestleMania, I'm going to win my 17th title. And when I do that, I'm going to make you all forget about Ric Flair, who was the 16-time record holder. And he says, you're all going to just say John Cena from now on, and I'm going to retire with that belt. You will have to create another belt, a new one, a new toy belt, because I'm going to come home with the real one, and I'm not coming back.
You know why this
That'd be hilarious.
is so brilliant? Because it's like, oh, I made the toy belt. Okay, now you're gonna have to make the toy belt. Like it was so
brilliant.
And again, whether it happens or not, but like this was perfect. And so I think that Cena is going over at WrestleMania.
Please let him go over. I want him to go over so badly.
And
please let him win it. Please get the go over
against him and CM Punk and everybody else to get the title.
I think
RVD
by the way,
John Cena match at ECW One Night Stand was fantastic. It's probably one of the best matches
you're
we've
going to
ever
take this
had.
title away from me. Well, I made a mistake last week, but you did too. Which you said when I was in the I don't know. I wrote the wrong notes here, but basically he says I fought hard to hold this belt. The timeline hangs in the balance, but it's just because of your vanity. You want to take this belt. He says, what are we waiting for? Try to do it now, basically. Basically, he's calling John Cena a bitch. He's like, you know, you're talking all this big shit. You're just going to take the belt. You're going to hold. You're going to destroy wrestling. Just take it from me now, big boy. Right. And John's basically leaves. Says, nope, I'm just going to leave. And he walks out. And that's kind of cool because it's a slow, really gradual turn. Cena is flipping completely. I like this.
I don't want to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
I love that happened because like people like I read responses and they said, Cena was big dogging, Cody Rhodes, and he didn't respond to him, and this and that. That's a classic.
Cena doesn't have to.
Right.
Cena's so big, he doesn't have to.
Mike down. Fuck you, and maybe I'll talk to you. Maybe I won't. Before WrestleMania, that's it. Like the WrestleMania match is the match. Like that. That's it. That's it. That's what people care about. Like nobody cares. Like I saw so many reviews and they're like, John Cena could cook Cody Rhodes on the mic and like he could do this and that, and maybe he could, to be honest with you, but that's not what it's about, right? And so yeah.
Okay, so that was good. This 2 weeks of pretty great promos from Cena and Cody Rhodes. I like where this is going. I can't wait to see where it goes next week. I'd like that we have all this series of shows leading up to WrestleMania to see where these promos go. All right, so up next, Jey Uso will have a mystery partner tonight versus A-Town Down Under, and his mystery partner of all people is his brother Jimmy from SmackDown. So the Usos have reformed here in an epic one-night-only match on Monday Night Raw. To be fair, I think that the match was decent. Jimmy started first. There's a couple hot tags back and forth. At the end, it was a double-team clean win, and then Gunther attacked, and then Jey, for like the third week in a row, did a botch where he tripped. But I actually think this week it was like done on purpose.
Yeah, this time was on purpose.
It definitely was. They were trying to capitalize on the real botches that had happened the last couple of weeks, is what it was.
I actually think the real botch like did happen, but they made a storyline out of it, right? And so that's
which is brilliant by them.
Brilliant, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, all right, so he slipped. And now, like he's not confident. He can't hit the moves he usually could hit, right?
Right.
And so I thought it was great.
I did too. I think I think the plot line is working, but I still don't think the match is going to be very good at WrestleMania. I still think Jay's just going to he's going to win easily.
Jay has to go over, or else there's no point. Like, I mean, like Gunther, I love because like. He's old school, and
say Gunther should win.
Like,
Fuck Uso.
He really should be the fucking world champion, right?
Yeah.
Like that.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean? Like
he deserves it. He's the technical man. He's the technical master. He should have it.
Yeah. He should be the world fucking champion. But
you don't give the Royal Rumble win to Uso and then not give him the win.
Yeah. Or else all this was for nothing. The entire thing since Royal Rumble was for nothing if he wins. So it sucks. This is the one match. It sucks. You know the outcome. You already know the outcome. It's not very exciting.
If I was to book on like who I wanted to win and who I thought should win, it would be Gunther. Because he's the real world champion. He worked in Europe. People don't know the history. Like,
so he's a badass. He's amazing at it.
If you don't know, this guy worked his ass off in Europe for years and years and years and years, and he deserves it. But also, it's like, okay, well, Jay's the guy.
Yeah,
right? Like,
that's the guy that's selling the merch. That's the guy that's getting the chance. That's the guy that they want in that main event. And there's not much you can do about it when he's the one printing the money. They're going to put him in that spot. And Gunther's had a good run in NXT. He's had a good run on the main event or the main roster. I guess we'll see what happens after WrestleMania after he does the job because I think he's going to hurt and jerk and lose.
What?
So.
If they shot me and Gunther wins, I would be laughing.
That would be mind-numbingly weird, and it would be a shock.
I won't be sad at all. Like I'll just be laughing. So.
Okay, the next segment was Judgment Day in the back. Finn blaming everyone for all of his problems recently.
Judgment Day fell off so fucking hard.
He says, "Hey, why
have Gunther cheat cause he usually was clean? Oh, that would be a difference
match tonight, if you remember. So they're still building towards will Penta be recruited to the Judgment Day or not this week? That's kind of the ongoing plot that will be fleshed out later in the night.
Yeah.
There is a Adam Pearce segment where he's talking with Gable. Remember, Gable was supposed to wrestle tonight, but Chad Gable has a doctor's note saying that he's sick and cannot wrestle. But What a shocking coincidence that there's a new wrestler debuting tonight
with a
by
mask.
the name of
that was so fucking stupid. I loved it.
Americano. And he can take his place. And of course everyone's like, that's you. And he says, no, it's not.
That
so
was
this
so
is what they're
fucking
going
stupid,
for.
but I loved
El
it.
Grande
Bill,
will face
Bill,
Dragon Lee. Yes.
Do you know they called this racist?
Well, I mean,
AEW fans called this racist.
Then I guess Mr. America was racist when Hogan wore a luchador mask too, right?
It's a joke, dude. That's the whole fucking point. Like, it's a fucking comedy angle.
Exactly. It's a joke. It's not serious, but these people are dumb. They're very dense. They don't get it.
Like, they literally called this racist. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I could point you to not even.
It was stupid, but it was funny, so I allow it.
Tweets of this being a racist angle.
That's so stupid.
But it's not. It's just silly. It's just stupid, and he's gonna get his comeuppance. And Ray Phoenix, who maybe people don't know, is the actual brother of Penta and the Lucha Brothers. That's not a joke. And so, like, that's actually gonna happen. So,
man, he's struggling so hard not to fall asleep. Come on, Ethan, fall asleep on stream. That's what we all want to see.
People on Twitter, I'm like, what the?
We're only here to see you fall asleep on stream.
Talking about, but yeah, go ahead.
We're not going to scream racist slurs at DSP
just
and
to
fall asleep on
apologize,
stream.
Ethan, I have to kind of turbo through the rest of the show because I have to end in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes here. We're going late on time, so we're going to try to get through just the results and wrap it up. And by the way, everyone, you've been a great audience tonight. Thank you for the support, for the respect. We're $13 away from hitting my goal, my third goal of the night. If we hit 13 more bucks, that means that I'll be doing a big reward on Sunday. So if we hit 13 more bucks by the end of the night, that'd be great.
I'm not showing up ever again.
We'll see. 13 bucks isn't a lot to ask for. We'll see if we hit it by the end of the show.
I'm not.
$13? No.
Back. Fuck that.
450?
Right,
a ton. What the fuck?
If you can't hit that, fuck that. Like,
we got next match was Raquel Rodriguez against Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental title match. There was a lot of distractions with Liv Morgan trying to basically get Lyra's attention. There was a super leg drop. Liv kept cheating. Raquel was going to lose, and Liv put Raquel's foot on the rope so that she wouldn't get, pinned. Lyra reversed a random powerbomb attempt into a roll-up and wins the match out of nowhere. The thing was, I feel like the match wasn't bad, but I just don't like endings like that. A random reversal of a powerbomb into
Dirty Dom had the world by the balls,
match,
and now he's
I want to have a grand end. Maybe Lyra would kick Liv off the apron and then, gets a finisher. And instead, it was just kind of a lame ending, especially because they had already teased that Lyra couldn't lift Raquel to do her normal finisher because she's so big. So it's just a roll-up finish. So I did think that ending was kind of lame. Bailey rushes in to help at the end because, of course, Liv tried to get a cheap shot at the end. So now it looks like Bailey is teaming up with Lyra, and that's confusing. Now, what's the next picture for the IC title for the women? We don't really know. Okay, Jay and Jimmy Uso on the stairs together in the back. Jimmy says, last week you were just a meme because you botched. This week you slipped.
Great.
You can't keep doing this.
Wait. This was a great promo. Go ahead. Finish, though. But
yeah, this is a great segment. I agree.
Awesome. This was awesome.
Basically, Jay says, I'm 3-0 versus Gunther. He says it backwards. So he botches again. He means to say I'm 0-3 against Gunther. He says I'm 3-0 against Gunther. And basically, Jimmy says, listen, we need the old Jay back. We need the right-hand man Jay, the guy who won the Royal Rumble, who was right-hand man to Roman Reigns. And basically, Jimmy says, I'm going to challenge Gunther next week. And Gunther says, yes, as long as you don't trip like your brother. So then Jimmy slaps him right across the face, and that's the end of the segment. So just like you had said, I like how they're turning this into
By the way, watch Gunther smile after he slaps him. Gunther is like...
He's enjoying it.
He's a badass.
He's the old school badass, right? Is what he is. Right? Like you just said it yourself. And he took it for a second, and then he was like, good. Right? Like that's what he wanted. And so anyway, go ahead.
All right, next segment. Adam Pearce in the ring. And there's basically chaos right now because if you remember, last week it was Bianca Belair and Io Sky who were going to have a contract signing for the women's title. But then Rhea Ripley showed up, attacked them both, grabbed the contract, signed it. So now there's uncertainty, like, how are we going to resolve this? And I had said this last week. I said, technically, Rhea Ripley is still owed a rematch against Io Sky. So it is weird that she's not in the title picture at WrestleMania.
I'll say she should have
been. The way
they
explain it is so bizarre, but the way that they resolve it is...
So...
I guess next week there's going to be a match, and then there's going to be a match after the match. It's like a series of confusing matches.
No sense.
I thought what they were going to do with triple threat at WrestleMania, and that would have made more sense. But instead, they're like, we're going to do this match now, then this match then. It's going to be so confusing over the next 3 weeks. To be honest, I don't even remember what the match is next week. Is it Bianca and Rhea? Is it Bianca? Is it Bianca and Io? But then the winner will face Rhea. I don't even know. I was so confused.
One thing somebody mentioned to me, well, it was actually a Twitter thread, and they said Vince knew how to build WrestleMania better than Triple H. Now, maybe not the storylines themselves, maybe they weren't as good, but he knew how to make it a superstar event. And this is an example. Like, it's like, what are you even doing right here? Like,
yeah,
just fucking. Like,
it's too convoluted. They could make it more straightforward and more people.
Come on, Ethan, fall asleep.
But now it's every week we got to have a cat fight. Every week we got to have uncertainty. So I've been clarified in my own chat. They said, so here's what it's going to be next week. It's Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky on Raw, and Bianca Belair is the special guest referee. Now, whoever wins the match faces Bianca at WrestleMania. Sure. So I'm sure that's going to go down fine, and Bianca totally won't screw them both over or whatever, right? Like, totally. It'll be a nice right down the middle call, I'm sure. Okay. There's a backstage segment. Dominic Mysterio is trying to recruit Penta to the Judgment Day and says, you can be the Intercontinental Champion tonight if you accept. So now it's kind of this big question mark. Is Penta going to join the Judgment Day during tonight or not? We don't know.
And that's
going to be in limbo during the match later tonight. There's another segment. New Day demand a tag team title match for the titles at WrestleMania. Adam Pearce says that they should have a match next week instead. And that's it. So I guess New Day is going to have a match next week to see, I guess, if they're going to qualify to actually be in the tag team title picture at WrestleMania. New Day hasn't really been doing much. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Poor New Day completely falling apart.
Do we have the Dragon Lee match versus El Grande Americano? Not Chad Gable. And
of course not.
It was actually funny. The theme they played was the old theme song of Lex Luger when he was the American, guy who was on his American tour, going across the country, the Lex Express, when he was wrestling Yokozuna. It was his theme, but they played it in like a Mexican style. So it was like a Mexican parody of Lex Luger's theme. I was like, what the hell is this? It was pretty darn funny. They constantly chanted Olay during the match, which also was funny. Lots of lucha-style moves during the match, but Gable suplexes Dragon Lee off the apron, keeps trying to go for a diving headbutt and misses repeatedly. Lots of kicks, flying move, suplexes. Pretty good match, actually, I would say. This is awesome. It was so good, the crowd went crazy. The crowd actually started chanting,
yeah, Penta's too much of a face
during the match.
Really good, yeah.
And then I actually liked the ending, too. The ending is that, not Chad Gable, removes Dragon Lee's mask. Now, in the lore of lucha, if you remove someone's mask, that's a great dishonor. Your face should never be exposed to the crowd.
I've seen that happen.
So he's like, no, you can't see my face. And it basically leaves him exposed. And he gets him into the ankle lock, and he ends up winning the match. I was like, that was pretty nicely done. And the thing is, I feel like if they focus on this enough and they make this a good plotline to WrestleMania, it can work. But the problem is the rest of American Made has been a joke. They've just been like, they lose the tag team title match. What's her name? Ivy Nile loses the women's IC title match. So I don't know where they are in it. Are they even going to factor in, or are we going to forget about American Made and it's just going to be this El Grande Americano every week? If it is, I don't mind. I think that it's a good plot line. I'd like to see where it goes. Do you like it?
I like it. I think you know, there were a lot of people like, this is a racist storyline. Like, dude,
No,
it's a
it's not.
fucking joke. Like, it's a fucking joke. Like, can you get over it for 1 second? Like it's you know, it's gonna end with
It's
Chad
you're about to
Gable
fall
probably
asleep on
getting
stream. We know.
jobbed out anyway. So like, what in the fuck are you even mad about? Like,
Simple
I
guy,
don't
how's it
really
going?
understand it.
It's
I
very
have
boring.
been
Ralph's
to
about to fall
Lucha
asleep at any
Libre
given moment from all the
AAA
Xanax he
here
snorted.
in Merida, Mexico. And eventually I'll
Like
go
he's
to
about to fall asleep right here
Arena,
on stream.
Mexico,
It's kind of what I'm
which
waiting
is
for.
where CMLL, not Triple L. It's the only arena in the world that was built for wrestling, right? And so I really want to go, and that's something I'm gonna do. But like, I don't know. I just thought it was so silly. I see people online. They're like, "Oh, they're disrespecting Lucha and da
No,
da da." Like, it's
dumb.
so stupid.
Everyone
It's so
online wants to
stupid.
bitch about everything. They just sit
Yeah,
there with
yeah,
their coffees in their hands, bitching about every
yeah.
possible
It's
thing because
so
they have nothing going on in their
stupid.
lives. So
It's so stupid, Phil. Yeah.
the
I
next
agree.
segment, CM Punk comes in and he says, "I'm pissed off, but it's hard to be with an ovation like that because yes, again, the crowd was so hot all night and they gave him a giant ovation in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting what I want at
Oh,
WrestleMania."
no. He got the biggest
Oh,
ovation
I agree.
in Glasgow.
He did. They were going crazy.
I want to
for
point
it.
that out. He got the biggest ovation.
Absolutely.
So,
So he says, "I'm not getting what I want at WrestleMania, but I didn't get to win the Royal Rumble. I didn't get to win the Elimination Chamber. So I just don't have a title shot. But now this is becoming just business. Seth and Roman, they both got to go. Friday on SmackDown, we're going to do a contract signing. I'm sorry it's not tonight. It's next week. I wanted it tonight. But I'll see you next Friday. If either of you have never defeated me without the help of the other. They've only beaten CM Punk by actually assisting each other in matches previously.
That's pretty crazy.
So he says, this time, I just can't wait to take you out. And that was it. It was actually a very short.
Ralph dropped a FA bomb and almost called Jade Cargill N-word.
Suck.
Almost. He came this close.
All of them there.
And he caught himself.
There would have been another awesome segment like they had probably, they had done back on SmackDown. So
it's been close a couple times.
The main event was Penta with an IC title match against Braun Breaker. Penta getting his first title shot ever. And the big question was, would Judgment Day cost Penta the win? Would Judgment Day help Penta to recruit him to the Judgment Day? We'll find out. Lots of good spots in this match, in my opinion. We had Braun Breaker from the ring apron doing that move where he does a flying clothesline on Penta, and Penta goes over the announce table. Really awesome spot that he's been doing a lot lately in his matches. Dominic and Carlito come out, and immediately there's hijinks because you're wondering, are they going to interfere? What's going to happen? Lots of back and forth between Penta and Braun. Let's go Penta chants, pretty strong from the crowd, which is awesome. Backstabber by Penta to Braun, and Carlito gets excited because he's using his signature move. Military press to knees looks pretty brutal. Braun, he does this crazy good military press like his dad or like his uncle used to do, and then drops him onto the knee. And it's a really good move. It looks very impressive. And I think that's a great one there. Top rope reversal and a top rope helo for Penta. Then a Mexican destroyer. And it looks great. But Braun kicks out. So this is a really good match. It is back and forth between these two guys. Then all of a sudden,
I agree.
Dominic starts to try to get involved, and Penta starts screaming at him. He sounds angry. What are you doing? Why are you getting involved?
Title shot, dude.
Breaker goes for the Frankensteiner, which is the top rope Frankensteiner, but Penta kicks out of it. Surprisingly, Penta kicks out of this crazy move. So then Dom and Carlito decide to take things into their own hands, and they're trying to distract Braun Breaker. So Dom basically takes it too far, chops Braun Breaker, and it's a DQ. And it's like, oh, this was such a good match, man. To ruin it like the DQ like that really just kind of deflated.
No, it was great though. Well,
it's classic heel stuff.
You're right. Yeah, it's classic heel shit, right? Like, I mean, you're right. Like, the match should have ended like clean, but like that's classic heel shit. So
So basically what happens is the Judgment Day start to literally beat the living crap out of Braun. Even Finn Balor comes out, grabs a steel chair. He starts beating the crap out of Braun.
Damn.
Then they say, we're going to hand the chair to Penta. And this is going to be Penta's official initiation into the Judgment Day. Will Penta take the opportunity? Penta looks at it, throws it back to Dom, kicks it right into him. No, he's not going to team up with Judgment Day. I mean, after all,
hey, Jerry, how's it
just
going?
cost him his Intercontinental title shot. It would have been pretty stupid for him to do that at this point. And basically, Judgment Day then decides, well, I'll just beat the crap out of both of them. And that was the end of the show. So it's good to see Penta not going heel, but at the same time,
I say Penta doesn't need to be heel.
I guess now we have this weird triangle between Braun, Penta, and the Judgment Day. They're still teasing the Judgment Day breakup, and I don't know.
Ray Phoenix is coming in.
Is that what you think? That's what it is? Is that Ray Phoenix is going to come in to team up with Penta?
I like he keeps calling him Phoenix.
Well, I don't know.
What the fuck's a Phoenix?
Team up or he'll go against. I mean, it could go either way, honestly. Yeah, Ray Phoenix is coming in for sure.
There you go. Now you pronounced it right.
So, like, I don't know if it's gonna be like on his side. Or
DSP's not into wrestling.
Yeah, he's coming in.
He's into trying to use wrestling to make money.
All right. So, guys, that is it. We have some final shout-outs. Let's see if we hit the final goal of the night in these shout-outs, and then we're going to wrap it up. We did go late tonight, but that's fine because it was a great show. Oh, we got a $2 tip that came in here.
Lots and lots of money.
Someone is screaming that I should give you the Stacy Keibler card. I should just give it to you because you were such a great co-host tonight.
You should, jackass.
The Stacy Keibler card.
It's up to you. It's up to you, brother. Don't worry about it.
Just give him the
maybe
fucking
I'll do you
card.
a solid because you were a great co-host, and maybe I will do you the solid. We'll talk after the fact, see if maybe there's a way I can get it out to you. We'll see. And we have a $5 super chat from
Mail it
Sofa
to
Ninja.
him. How hard is the
Taste
fucking
that
mail it to
Ralph
him?
Mail loyalty, Phil. And thank you, Sofa Ninja. So we are currently at $4.44. We are $6 away from hitting the final goal of the night, hitting 80 total goals for the week, and locking in my reward for when I come back on Sunday because I'm off for a couple of days. Will we have a final $6 contribution to tip off the night here, or are we going to end at $6 short?
If somebody gives $6, I get the card. Is that fair?
All right, fair enough. If we hit the goal, $6,
Holy shit, DSP.
I'll talk to Ralph.
Would you really not give him the fucking card?
I get to keep the card. Is that fair?
There you go. I'll agree to that. Can we do it?
Okay.
Can we get a $6 contribution here?
Can we get it?
You want to know what?
Can we hit it?
You know what the funniest part about that is? How much you want to bet for me to send you this card? It's probably going to cost like $100.
More than it's not worth. Yeah,
it's going to be like seriously.
It's not going to cost $100.
No. Nice.
What the fuck is wrong with you, DSP?
I'll have you send to Cali. Don't worry about it.
Like, okay, that'll be better because I'm right next to Cali. That'll work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have it sent to Cali. Not.
Okay.
Mexico, but
All right. Well,
if we hit $6, like I'm gonna get. They keep the card. No telling how many times I'll jack off to that.
There it
wow.
is. We got it.
There it is.
Carl
Boom.
with the $6 super chat. Boom. He says, enjoy King. We done it. So tonight we hit 3 freaking goals. One of the most successful Smart Guys episodes I've ever done by far. I would say the show went well. The chemistry was good. We did go a little long, but that's okay. You know, I think what it is when you.
Well,
when
you got all the goals, dude. That's all you care about.
Or whatever. Yeah. You gotta find the right balance. And we did go off a little bit earlier about other tangents, but I think that the show went well. First of all, Ethan, I want to thank you for your time tonight. You were a gracious co-host.
You made me lots of money, Ethan.
Well, I feel.
Made me lots of money.
About wrestling, you added a lot.
So much money.
We are going to have shows in the next 2 weeks that will be different co-hosts, okay? We got 2 more people on deck who are going to be tryouts going into WrestleMania. And then
Ethan better be getting at least half that.
I want that Keebler card, though.
All right.
Sure.
We will talk. We will get the Keebler card. There it is.
But, yeah, I already know, man. If it's a one-off, that's fine. But we had fun, I think. So.
That's right. All right, everyone. Thank you. Ethan,
he did not fall asleep on stream like
great
I thought he
attendance,
would.
Great engagement.
I was
great
really
support,
waiting for him to fall
great
asleep.
co-host. Everything went well. I'll be back next week, same time, same place for Smart Guys, the road to WrestleMania with a new co-host. But be sure to leave comments on this video. Let us know what you thought. Do you have suggestions? Do you have anything that we could improve? Did you like Ethan as the host?
Tell Ethan to get off the Xanax before he does the stream.
Matters, and we want to hear it. All right? Again, thank you so much, man, for being a host tonight. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Any final words for the audience?
I'll just say, rumble.com/killstream.live. That's where I am. And I had fun tonight. I did this on spec, right?
Sure.
And I did it because I wanted to. That's why. So, fuck all the haters, fuck all the pieces of shit, and they can burn in hell.
I think
that's tell me how you really feel.
There you go.
All right, tell me how you really feel.
Everyone,
holy fuck.
Have a good week. See you all next time. Peace out and be safe. Bye-bye. See you next week for more Road to WrestleMania coverage.
Wow, that was quick. Like, he didn't even have, even the Ralph leave and then be like, all right, guys, that was a great stream. Thank you guys so much, blah, blah. Like, no, he's just out. Hit the goal, that's all that matters. Wow. That was fucking quick out. Till Phil joins Rumble. When he gets rid of Kick. Womp womp. Guys, 108 thumbs up. The British rotted. The Russian commies dead in the snow like dogs. The terrorists defeated. We have done it. We have owned the terrorists, the commies, and the British. On top of that, holla holla for the da da da, Tarlo and Mims. I gotta say, thank you guys so much for watching. It's not the last day of my vacation, but it kind of feels like because I'm going to be busy on Friday and Saturday. Then I'm right back to work on Sunday. Sad face. So there was no energy to that. Partly because, someone was on Xanax blowing out his fucking mind on drugs. Holy shit, that was a late one. Oh, man, I'm ready to go to bed. I don't know about you, but it's bedtime. It was bedtime about 3 hours ago. So again, thank you guys for watching so much. We're at 69 watching. Holla holla, nice. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day. I'm not sure when I'll be back. Could be after work on Sunday. Could be after work on Monday. We'll have to wait and see. I think Sunday, my one friend wants to go kayaking, so I might go kayaking on Sunday after work. But he's also off on Monday, so maybe Monday we'll have to wait and see. And then when I do come back, they'll be back to Remnant 2. And it's procedurally generated, so every time you play is going to be different, which is neat. I think that's one reason why DSPs refuse to play, because, guys, how am I supposed to use a guy when every game is going to be different? Everyone's going to be generated differently. So yeah, guys, again, thank you for watching. Deuces. Oh, man, I need to go to bed. That code ain't terrible. Yeah, we only got one FA word out of Ethan. We almost got an N-bomb from Ethan. Came that close to it.